Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Raps Baseball, a live commentary of the Premier 12. Tonight, we are going to be bringing you the Dominican Republic and Korea, as this is a battle of two teams who are 1-2 in Pool B. And the winner of this game will have a chance to continue to go on to the Super Round, which will start later next week, with the loser more than likely being eliminated. So we're going to give you the starting lineups as we move along here. But first of all, we'll tell you the starting pitcher is Chang-Kyu Im for Korea, the right-hander who has just completed his warm-up tosses. The Dominican Republic will send Ricardo Cespedes to the plate. He'll lead off and play in center field. Alan Hansen will bat second. He'll play second base. Hitting third will be Kelvin Gutierrez, who will play third base. The DH and hitting fourth is Andretti Cordero. And the fifth spot is Rainier Nunez. He plays first base. Batting sixth is Arizmendi Alcantara. He's in right field tonight. Luis Messis is in left field. He'll bat seventh. Hitting eighth is Frank Rodriguez. He's doing the catching. And Michael Leone is playing shortstop and bats ninth. Well, the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a fastball that misses outside to Cespedes, and the count is quickly 1-0. Cespedes 3 for 9 in the tournament. Batting from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Im. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. After that game last night between Korea and Japan, we would anticipate that this crowd will be of a heavy Korean flavor, as that pitch is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 1-2 to Cespedes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander gets the sign from his catcher, Park, as he's ready to rock into the motion and deliver. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to the left side of the infield. A diving stop by Kim at third. He throws to first, but it's not going to be in time. Oh, he did a great job going into the sixth hole and laying out to make the play, but then when he got up, he threw the ball a little bit high, but I don't think they would have had enough to be able to get the speedy Cespedes. As he is safe at first, that'll go as an infield single for the Dominican. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Alan Hansen. Well, for Hansen, he steps up to the plate tonight. He is 0 for 2. As we're ready to get this one rolling, and the pitch is on the way. It is bunted, and it is back to the pitcher. Fielding it is Im. He's going to have to hurry, and they barely get Hansen at first. Oh, boy. Hansen's wanting for a review, and we might have to say that that could be the case as well. We're going to want to take a look at this one ourselves. Let's see if they're going to go up and review this. I think they are. And if that's the case, it is going to be and that's exactly what they want. They do want the review to take place. So we're going to have to wait here on this one to see if it indeed is a reviewable play here. We're going to take a look at this, and we'll see if that is the case. Just looking at some of our stuff here, we have a couple of pieces. We welcome you guys all into the stream tonight as we are just trying to get ourselves set up. We were originally going to do the game between Chinese Taipei as well as the Japanese, but we chose to do this one. We had a little bit of a problem earlier on. And as we look at the review, I like to say it, I think this is going to be overturned. I think it's going to be safe. I think Hansen is going to be okay over there at first base. And here comes the call from the umpires. And they've overturned the call. That's going to be a safe call. Hansen is safe at first. Cespedes is over at second. We're going to get a chance to see. I do believe that they will rule that as a base hit. We'll wait for the official score to do that. Our friend Titus in the house tonight. Welcome to you listening in. So that is going to put runners at first and second and bring Kelvin Gutierrez to the plate. Gutierrez is 3 for 11 in the tournament. He's got no homers and a couple RBIs, batting from the right side here against him. And the Koreans are in a whole host of trouble here in inning number 1 as he swings through a breaking ball. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Him, the right-hander, getting his side from his catcher, Park. We'll get you caught up defensively here as well as the pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on, chopped back to the pitcher. They go to second for 1. The throw was high, and a nice job there by Min-jae Shin to crawl the ladder to have to pull that one down. But that was a double play ball that the Koreans should have been able to have. Instead, it's going to be a fielder's choice. Hansen's going to be erased. That's going to go in the books as a 1-4 putout. Advancing to third is Cespedes. Gutierrez is safe at first on the fielder's choice. But boy, oh boy, they're going to lament their defensive opportunities here are the Koreans. Runners at the corners. Only 1 gone here in the first inning, and it's going to bring Andretti Cordero to the plate. And so Andretti Cordero stepping to the dish. He's 2 for 11 in this tournament. He's got nothing across the slash line. And the catcher, Park, steps out and he gives a first and third signal to his defense. And just a scoring note, that was a hit for Hansen on the infield ball that he had hit that the pitcher had covered. And here's the first pitch to Cordero. It's a breaking ball, waved out and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. Koreans are in their home whites today, as the Dominicans are wearing the road gray, so all white for Korea with the blue piping down the side. Dominicans red tops and gray pants. As there's a breaking ball again, swung out and missed, and the count is 0-2. Defensively tonight for the Koreans, many of the similar faces in from last night's game, but is Hong in left field. The center fielder is Choi, and the right fielder is Yoon. Around the horn from first to third, Song is at first. The second baseman is Shin. Shortstop is Park, and the third baseman is Kim, with the battery of Im and Park. And that would be Dong-won Park. Another breaking ball delivered, and this one's fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. After this game is completed, when it's done later tonight, we'll give you the roundup all around the happenings, as there were some earlier games today, as well as the one that's going on right now between Japan and Chinese Taipei, as they throw over to first base, and diving back is Gutierrez. I have to say, that's an interesting throat guard that the catcher Dong-won Park is wearing. A little different shape than maybe what we're accustomed to in North America. As the 0-2 pitch is on the way, there goes the runner from first, and there's not going to be a throw as Gutierrez is going to steal second. The catcher Park had come up and he pump faked, and then he looked to go to third, but the runner Cespedes was not having anything of it. He had barely moved down the line. In fact, they threw down to third. It wasn't even close. And he is safe at the bag. So a stolen base there for Gutierrez. That puts runners at second and third with 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Yet another breaking ball and another one down and away, but this one taken for a ball, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cordero. Rainier Nunez is in the on-deck circle waiting his turn. Nothing here in the early going. The Dominican are batting here on the top of the first inning. Cordero has a really close stance at the plate here, as he now asks for time and steps out to adjust his batting gloves. So right-hander against the right-hander. M works himself to the set position. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Fastball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 3-2. 13 pitches so far here in the first inning, and really, to be quite honest, they should be almost out of the inning. A gift there by the pitcher, who did not make a good throw to second base. Unfortunately, that has put them in the pickle they're in. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and Cordero's in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning, so a big strikeout there by him. And that's going to leave it all up to Rainer Nunez. And for Nunez, he is struggling in the tournament. He is 1 for 11. He's got no homers and a couple RBIs. As he strides to the plate here, the Dominican with runners at second and third. Gutierrez at second. Cespedes is at third. As Nunez has that really open stance. He's a big fella, and the first pitch is a fastball that just misses low. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. M getting his sign from Park. Looking to wiggle out of this first inning jam. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball. Drops in for a called strike. And the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. M again checking the sign from his catcher, Park. Park working off of one knee here. As that pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The first couple of nights at this outdoor stadium in Taiwan, or Taipei, I guess, it was a very windy scene. Tonight, we can't really get a gauge yet if the wind is blowing. The players' jerseys are pretty much just straightforward as that breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count now is 2-2 on Rainer Nunez. Again, Nunez waiting on the offering here from M. Try to figure out the shot clock, or the pitch clock, I should say. As the 2-2 pitch is on the way, it's a fastball. Take it for a called third strike. Oh, Nunez stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3. And that's going to do it here for the Dominican Republic in their half of the first. There was no runs in the inning. There were 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 2 runners left aboard. We're through a half inning. It is the Dominican Republic, no score, Korea coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with just the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back after this from our friend Eric.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred with Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order to come to bat here for Korea, the bottom half of inning number 1. That means Chang Ki-hong, Min Jae-shin, and Do-young Kim set to face Franklin Kilome, who is taking to the hill. Both of these teams here tonight are 1 win and 2 losses. A loss here will eliminate them from further contention, as this is a big game for both of them. The one team will more than likely get through with a 3-2 record, much like the Americans did in the A bracket. And one would have to think anybody that goes 4-1 or a perfect 5-0 would make their way through. So Kilome on the mound here, a tall, lanky right-hander. The 29-year-old is ready to get this thing going here in the bottom of the first inning for the Dominican, as he gets his sign from his catcher, Frank Rodriguez, and we're ready to go. The first pitch to the Koreans squaring to bunt is Hong, but he takes that fastball outside, and the count is quickly 1-0. Defensively tonight for the Dominican, from left to right, Messi's is in left, the center fielder is Cespedes, with the right fielder of Alcantara, as there is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Nunez is at first, Hansen at second. The shortstop tonight is De Leon, with the third baseman Gutierrez. As the breaking ball drops in, and it's now 1-2 to Hong, with the battery of Colome and Rodriguez. So here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and chopped foul just to the first base side of home plate. And the count is 1-2 to Hong. And as we said, we appreciate everybody who has jumped in to listen to our call here tonight. We're glad you guys can make it in, and hopefully we can entertain you here along the way. There's a fastball that misses down, and count now goes to 2-2 to Chanky Hong. Hong is 2 for 10 in the tournament, no homers and an RBI. He did get the start last night in center field, and he swings at a fastball and misses, and he is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away for the Koreans. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Min Jae Shin. Well, for Shin, he strides to the plate. He is 1 for 5 on the tournament. No homers and an RBI. He had an unfortunate situation last night in the ball game. He got spiked as he was taking a throw at second base. And there is a ground ball hit over to second, fielded neatly by Alan Hansen. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Shin. And that's a ground out 4-3 if you're keeping score along with us. The second out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Do-Young Kim. Well, for Kim, he had a big game a couple of nights ago as he had stroked a couple of home runs. Specifically, the grand slam off Levon Moinello in the second inning against Cuba. It was a 6-run uprising by the Koreans. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and count is 0-1. On the tournament, he's 4 for 11. He's got a couple of homers and 6 RBIs. Those 2 home runs and 5 of the RBIs all came in the same game. Pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kim. As we mentioned, the other game that's going on is Chinese Taipei and Japan. That is in Taipei as well. So the Chinese Taipei looking to try to punch their ticket to go to Tokyo for the super round. As there's a fastball ticket for a called strike. The count now is 1-2 on Kim. The United States and Venezuela will be waiting the top 2 finishers of this group to join them in the super round, as there's a breaking ball that misses down and away. Count now goes to 2-2. There's talk about this tournament for the next feature of it that they will go to 16 teams. Curious to see how that would play out, how they would group them. Right now, it's just 2 pools of 6. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in underneath it is Messi's. He's there to make the catch, and that is going to do it as Kim is retired here for the third out of the inning. Well, the Koreans go in order 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now through 1 complete. Your score is the Dominican Republic 0 and Korea 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging out here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We're going to be heading to the top of the second inning, and we're going to introduce you to our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game, as it is all about Steve.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Arizmendi Alcantara, Luis Mezies, and Frank Rodriguez to come to bat here for the Dominican in inning number 2. Looks like it is pretty close to a full moon tonight in Taipei as the Dominicans and the Koreans are playing. The cheerleaders for the Koreans are back again tonight as they were keeping the crowd entertained in between innings. They like to dance on the dugouts. Unlike in Japan, they'll run out onto the field and do their little show on the field pre-game, during the game, but they don't really do the dancing on the dugouts. There's a first pitch fastball that misses down and into Alcantara, and the count is 1-0. Alcantara 2 for 8 in the tournament, no homers and an RBI. And of all the players in the lineup tonight, he's the only one with a stolen base for the Dominican. As there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs even to 1-1. 19 pitches in the first inning for M. And we'll keep an eye on the Koreans. They used a whole host of pitchers last night against the Japanese. See what they have in store tonight, if it's going to be a Johnny Holstaff or if it'll be more than likely one pitcher for a few innings, and then they'll try to piecemeal after that. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball, waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Alcantara. Looks like he's settling down a little bit after those first 2 hits to begin the ball game, as he delivers a breaking ball that swung on and lifted foul into the seats down the left field line. And unlike the first few games, there are people in the seats tonight, as there's going to be slim pickings on being able to get foul balls. People had literally their own sections down the left and right field line. If you went with a basket, you could have taken home a bushel of baseballs. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that misses inside. The count runs full to Alcantara. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. If you've ever been to the Arizona Fall League, that would be kind of like what it is, except with a lot less people. Foul balls go into the stands, and it's just easy pickings. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into center field. And Alcantara's got himself a leadoff single here. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Luis Mezies. So Alcantara, good piece of hitting, was able to stay on that pitch that was outside. Lined it over the head of the pitcher into straightaway center field. As Mezies come to the plate, he is 0 for 2 tonight, or entering tonight's game, I should say, first at bat here tonight. So Mezies batting from the left side here against the right-hander M. And M flips it over to first base, and getting back easily is the base runner Alcantara. Right-hander again leaning in. And the left-handed hitting Mezies waiting to see the first pitch. And again, he throws over to first, and again diving back in time is the runner Alcantara. That was a pretty quick move by him there. He had a really good snap throw over to the base, but not in time to get the base runner. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count is 1-0. We'll say this about the pitcher M. He does have a lot of arm side run on the ball. It does move away from the left-handed batters. This Mezies here is a decent-sized player. They've got quite a few players in the lineup that have got good size to the Dominican. As that fastball swung on and hit foul over on the third base side. The count now is 1-1 strike. Again, Im gets himself a new baseball. He rubs it up, and we're ready to go back at it. As the 1-1 is on its way here to Messi's. He kicks and fires. Fastball misses down. It's now 2-1. I have to say, at this level of play, even when we watched the Australians the other night who one-hit the Dominican, being able to throw strikes and not walking batters at every level of baseball is so important, and it just magnifies when you get into watching some of these tournaments. Walks can kill you. There's a breaking ball swung on a miss. There goes the runner, and Alcantara is going to steal second base. The count is going to run to 2-2 as Messi swung through the pitch. It was pretty easy, actually, stolen base by Alcantara. He was in at the bag, and the ball was a pitch that was thrown up in the air. It was more of a steal on the pitcher than it was on anybody else. Catcher's throw, even though it was high, even if it was on the money, it would have been not even close. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down and in. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say Messi's didn't go, and that runs the count full to 3-2. So 3-2 strikes it is. And the right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and it's going to be ball 4. Messi's is going to be aboard. That's going to put runners at first and second, so it's got an eerie feeling like it was in the first inning where the first 2 runners reached base and the Dominican weren't able to capitalize. Well, if you keep getting yourself into this kind of jam, eventually you're going to have to pay the price. And the catcher, Park, has gone out to talk to his pitcher, Im. As Frank Rodriguez is looming in the on-deck circle now, coming to bat here. So concerns on the Koreans' faces as this game here, they lose this one, they will be finished. As they lost the opener to Chinese Taipei and then losing last night to Japan. And it's pretty much expected, one would think, that they would lose to Japan. Japan is the number 1 ranked team in the world, and I say that not out of disrespect to the Koreans. Breaking ball that's down. They've got the runner hung up between first and second. I'm not sure where Messi's was going, but the first baseman Song was nowhere near the base as he was coming in to play the bunt. But retreating back safely was the runner, and it's 1-2 strikes here to Frank Rodriguez. Again, the right-hander works himself to the set position. And the pitch on the way, it is squaring the bunt. Rodriguez gets it down, and it's going to roll foul. Nice play there by the catcher, Park, to let it roll foul. I don't think he would have had to play anywhere. That was a pretty good bunt by Rodriguez. Just had a little bit of English on it, and it ended up rolling just foul. Nice job there by the catcher, Park. So 1-1 strike. As we said, the runner at second, Alcantara, the runner at first, Messi's. Nobody out here in the second inning, and the Dominican looking to punch their first runs across here. Here's the pitch. Again, squaring to bunt is Rodriguez, and he pulls back as it's in the dirt, and the runners are going to advance. So he does the job without having to put a bunt actually down. Runs the count to 2-1. We'll see if the runners were actually moving on the play or not, or if they just happened to have a good read of reading it down. Nope, the runners were in motion. So that's a double steal. So Alcantara gets second. Messi's over, or gets third. Messi's over to second. 2-1 strike here to Rodriguez. You'd have to think the Dominicans are going to get at least a couple here in the inning. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. As the right-hander again works to the set position. Now he delivers. Fastball misses outside. It's going to be ball 4, and he is now walked. The base is loaded. Alcantara, the runner at third, the runner at second. Messi Rodriguez, the runner at first. And the pitching coach is on his way to the mound here to have a word with his young right-hander, M. So we've got ourselves a little timeout here in the action. As they come out and talk it over. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, the game between Japan and Chinese Taipei currently, that game is in the top of the 3rd inning, and Japan is holding on to a 2-0 lead. Morishita and Tatsumi have driven in runs for the Japanese tonight. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that one for you throughout the evening. That game is in the top of the 3rd inning. So bases are full of players from the DR. And you've got Michael De Leon coming to the plate. De Leon in the tournament is 1 for 9. He's batting 111. Nothing on the slash line. And the first pitch on the way, fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. De Leon gets the nod at shortstop. In this game here tonight. Pitch on the way, fastball line foul down the left field line, and the count now is no balls and 2 strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes to De Leon. It'll be followed by the top of the order, Ricardo Cespedes. It's his job to try to turn the batting order over. And the pitch on the way, breaking ball swung on and fouled the other way. The count remains at 0-2. Well, the Dominican would feel devastated, I'm sure, if they couldn't cash a run in here. Had the opportunities in the first inning. And if you're Korea, you dodged the 1 bullet. You can't keep dodging bullets. Eventually, you're going to get hit. And right now here, De Leon looking to put some runs on the board. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle. Shortstop fields it, goes to second for 1. Back to first. It's a double play. But the Dominican are going to get their first run as Arizmendi Alcantara comes across to score. So Messi's is going to advance to third. Rodriguez gone on the 6-4-3 double play at second base. No RBI awarded on that one. But we'll bring the top of the order Cespedes to the plate. With 2 gone and a runner at third. So let's see what tricks the Dominicans have up their sleeves. Cespedes tonight, 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And he swings through a breaking ball, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander M getting the sign from Park now delivers again. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count runs even to 1-1. Last night, the Koreans struck out 17 times against Japanese pitching. Over the course of that 9-inning game, the Japanese used 4 arms. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2. But you can't issue the free passes. That is going to be an absolute killer. Tonight, already 2 walks allowed by the Koreans here in this one. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on, grounded foul just past the first base coach's box. Count's going to remain at 1-2 here to Cespedes. Cespedes was promoted in the batting order. He moved up to the top spot. There were some changes here for the Dominicans as they had lost last night to Australia, only getting 1 hit. That hit came with 1 out in the 7th inning. Masterful pitching performance by the Australians. 1-2 on the way. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball's line down the right field line, and it's just going to hook foul. That had extra bases written all over it, but Cespedes just got the barrel head out in front of it a little too much. So 1-2 here to Cespedes. As we said, runner at third is Messi's. 2 gone here. 1 run across already for the DR. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. Count remains at 1-2. The other alarming thing is there's almost 50 pitches delivered here in the first 2 innings by the starting pitcher, M. He's not going to stand a long chance to be around long. There's another fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. Got to be able to throw strikes and got to be able to hit your spots. As the right-hander again works to the set position. Here comes the 1-2 offering. On the way, fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Cespedes. Right-hander M again's waiting the sign from his catcher. Works himself to the set. Now the pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on. This is lifted into right field. Coming in hard is the right fielder, and that is Yoon, who will make the catch. And Cespedes is going to be retired, so they dodge a bullet in some respects to the Koreans, as they only allowed 1 run in the inning. There was 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left to board. We're now moving to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is the Dominican Republic 1 and Korea no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging out here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom half of inning number 2. It'll be the heart of the order coming up for Korea. It'll be Moon, Park, and Song, as they are finding themselves in a hole here, 2-0. As we have moved to the bottom half of inning number 2. Dominican Republic got their first run here on a ground out off the, or double play off the bat of Michael De Leon that brought home Arizmendi Alcantara with the first run of the game. That is where we stand. So this is going to bring Moon to the plate as he steps in here to face the right-handed throwing Kilome for the first time tonight. There's a fastball that misses just outside, and the count is 1-0. Moon on the tournament is 2 for 10. He's got no homers and no RBIs. Right-hander Kilome getting the sign and working into the windup. He kicks and fires. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Again, the right-hander ready to go back to work. They're playing Moon very, very deep all around the infield. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Right-hander kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And now the count is at 2-2. And the right-hander ready to go back to work. He gets his sign from his catcher, Rodriguez. Colome racks himself into the windup and delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Moon is in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that'll bring up the catcher, Dongwon Park. Well, for Park, he had a big game last night against the Japanese. He did hit a home run, and he had a double. On the tournament, he is hitting .333. He is 4 for 12. With that 1 homer and 2 runs batted in. Veteran catcher waits on the offering here from Colome. It's a first pitch fastball swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1. Colome again getting his sign from Rodriguez, and he rocks himself into the windup. He kicks and fires. There is a breaking ball swung on, grounded over to third. A nice play there by Gutierrez, who throws to first, and Park is in the books. It's a ground out 5-3. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Sungmoon Song. I was just thinking about the play of both of these ball clubs here, and also looking a little bit forward ahead here to the schedule of what we have moving forward. And what we have moving forward tomorrow, Korea will play Australia. As Chinese Taipei will take on Australia tomorrow, and then it'll be Australia doing a turnaround to have to play the Koreans. As there's a first pitch fastball that misses upstairs to Song. Check that. That's actually the second pitch. It's the 2-0 count. Got to tell you, a little bit foggy here tonight. As I say, I'm foggy here tonight calling the game. We are all jacked up, ready to go for Japan and Chinese Taipei, and unfortunately, we weren't able to make the call on that one. There's a ball that misses outside. It's 3-0. But with that being said, I would expect a pretty even performance here between the Dominican and the Koreans tonight. Dominicans have struggled through this section of the tournament. The Koreans are in a do-die situation as that fastball is taken for a called strike. It's now 3-1. Do or die it is for both of these teams here tonight as well, as we said. So here comes the 3-1 pitch as the right-hander rocks into the windup and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded over to the right side, fielded by Hansen in shallow right field. He throws to first. That's going to retire Song, and that's going to retire Korea in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We're now through 2 complete innings. Your score is the Dominican Republic 1, Korea no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPG baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out. We'll be back in 30 with all the action. Hang tight, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat for the Dominican Republic here in inning number 3. That means Alan Hansen, Kelvin Gutierrez, and Andretti Cordero. As Hansen steps to the plate, he is 1 for 1 tonight, 1 for 3 now in the tournament, as he was able to beat out a ball in that first inning, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and away. Count is quickly 1 ball and no strikes. Korea versus the Dominican Republic here, as both teams are facing each other at 1-2 as that fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. Could be some interesting tiebreak scenarios, as there is a fastball that catches the inside corner, and the count now goes to 2-1. As I mentioned before, the pitcher M has some pretty good arm side run. Pitch looked like it was going to be inside to Hansen, and it darted across and caught the inside corner. There's a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander M working quickly here as he ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and in, and the count now goes to 3-2. So of the 11 batters tonight that Kim has faced, he has gone to 3 balls on 5 of the 11 batters. He's gone to full counts on 3 of them. As the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on and missed. And Hansen goes in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. That'll be the 3rd strikeout of the night by him. It's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Kelvin Gutierrez. Well, for Gutierrez, he's officially 0 for 1 tonight. He bounced into a fielder's choice in the first inning. He did have a stolen base. He was left stranded at second in inning number 1. As the first pitch on the way to him is a fastball that catches the outside corner for called strike, and the count is 0-1. Gutierrez batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing M. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that catches the inside corner. Now the count goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander working to the set, kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, chopped over the head of the pitcher, fielded by the second baseman, Shin, who throws to first, and that is going to retire Gutierrez. He had to hurry as it's ground out 4-3, but Shin makes the play nicely. And 2 in the books here, and that's going to leave it up to Andretti Cordero. It's kind of weird. The ball had chopped over the pitcher. The pitcher let the ball go, which was probably the right decision. Sometimes you see pitchers, they try to field the play and ends up deflecting off the glove. So him had pulled back, but the ball had some funny spin to it. As the first pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Cordero. 5 in a row now retired by M, as he was able to get the ground out into a double play and a fly ball for the last 3 outs of the last inning. As that fastball misses down, it's now 2-0 to Cordero. So 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball that just misses down, and he's gone to 3-0. So here we go again, back to the 3-ball counts. Rainer Nunez waiting his turn on deck. Cordero looking to extend the inning. 3-0 on the way. It's a fastball that's center cut for a called strike, and the count is now 3-1. Interestingly enough, Cordero started his way to first base, but And the home plate umpire rings him back. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. M delivers, fastball swung on, chopped softly over to third. Kim has to charge it, hurry, throws, makes the play. Nice job over there by Kim at third base, flashing the leather. That's going to go as a ground out 5-3 for out number 3. That is going to do it here for the Dominican in their half of inning number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom half of the third. Your score is the Dominican Republic 1 and Korea no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. Be right back after this from our friend Steve.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Dong Hee Yoon, Seunghan Park, and Wonjun Choi to come to bat here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Nice defensive play there by Kim to end that last half inning. He really had to charge the ball as we got the highlights of it again, flashing the leather. He's doing it all right now, doing it with the stick, doing it with the glove. I have to say I'm pretty impressed. I got to say, when you watch some of the teams play here in this tournament, the Koreans, pretty athletic-looking group. Although I have to say, I'm not so sure about the Australians the other night when we were peeling in on them. They've got some fellas that look like they could probably trim down a bit in areas as the first pitch breaking ball is taken low for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. That's what you get in some cases. You got some players that are in fantastic shape. You got some other guys that are in a shape. As there's another breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Dong Hee Yoon. Only 24 pitches through the first 2 innings for the right-hander. As Colombe ready to go to work again as he gets the sign from his catcher Rodriguez. He kicks and fires. Fastball catches the outside corner for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. And the right-hander ready to go again as he rocks himself into the windup. He kicks and delivers. Fastball misses upstairs. It's now 3-1. Korea looking for their first base runner of the night. Yoon in the tournament is 1 for 8. He does have a run driven in, but he has been pretty quiet thus far. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and fouled away. He hits that one right out of the park. Oh boy, that one was absolutely blasted. We're talking about the ballpark here. This one in Taipei. There is an upper deck right behind home plate. Not much of one. But down the left and the right field lines, it's only a lower deck, really, and the stadium's not built up high. It just goes right out. And there is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed. The ball squirts away from the catcher Rodriguez, but Yoon just turns and walks back to the dugout, and he's ruled out for the first out of the inning. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Seung Hoon Park. Well, for Park, he's enjoyed himself a pretty good tournament. He has been one of the brighter lights here for the Koreans. He is 4 for 8, as he has got an even .500 batting average. And the first pitch is a fastball that goes all the way to the backstop. I'm not sure how the catcher missed that one. So 1 ball and no strikes it is here to Park. Right-hander gets his side again, and he rocks himself into the windup. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike it is, as Columbia rocks again into the windup and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. It is now 2-1. Keeping our eyes peeled on that game between Japan and Chinese Taipei. 3-0 for Japan, as it is in the top of the 4th inning. As the pitch is on the way, fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded neatly by De Leon. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Park. It's going to go in the books as a ground out, 6-3. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Won-Jun Choi. We're trying to get the ball game between the Japanese and Chinese Taipei. We were struggling a little bit earlier tonight with that feed. Had a good feed last night. As the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-0 on Choi. I guess that's what you get some nights when that happens. Right-hander ready to go again as he gets his sign from his catcher. He rocks himself into the windup. He kicks and fires. Fastball swung on it, is grounded over to second, but it's fouled off of the batter, and Choi is down in some serious pain. Trainer comes out, and they're attending to him. It looks like it may have got him off of the kneecap. We'll have to wait and see how that is going to play out here. And while that's going on, we're going to try to see if we can pick up any. We'll have to get a look. As we do get a look on that one, it looks like there was a home run hit in that ball game. We'll have to get information on who that was for Japan. And it looks like it was Sosuke Genda, of all people. The shortstop had deposited that one into the seats in the top of the 4th inning. That was able to increase the lead to 3-0 for Japan in that one. Well, it looks like Won-Jun Choi is up. He's taking a couple practice swings, and he's ready to resume the action. As he's going to step back in the batter's box with a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The Koreans are looking for their first base runner as the 1-1 is on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded over to second. Fielded neatly by Hansen. He throws to first, and that's going to retire Choi on a ground out, 4-3. I bet you Choi's not happy with himself on a bunch of counts. First of all, the swing, and secondly, the ground out to end the inning. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 4th inning. A third of the game's in the books. It is a 1-0 lead for the Dominican. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball channel. We'll be back after this. got a score line of 1-0 for the Dominican. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Here is the sights and sounds of games in Japan. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Rainer Nunez, Arizmendi, Alcantara, and Luis Mezis to come to bat here to face the right-hander Im, who is on for his fourth inning of work. And the first pitch fastball is swung on, and it is lined into right center field. It's cut off before it gets to the wall. But racing into second with a double is Nunez, as he's got quite the celebration there at second base. As he gets the monkey off his back, it's his second hit of the tournament, a double here. So that is going to put him into immediate scoring position, and I'll bring up the right fielder, Arizmendi Alcantara. Well, for Alcantara, he strides to the plate. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He has scored the only run thus far for the Dominican. He had a stolen base also back in inning number 2. 3 stolen bases tonight for the Dominican, as they are running a little bit roughshod on the catcher Park, or maybe more so on the pitcher Im, as he has not been able to control the running game. Here comes the pitch, squaring to bunt, and taking a called strike is Alcantara, as the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Alcantara taps the plate, waggles the bat. He's waiting here on the second pitch here from Kim. As he kicks and delivers, fastball misses outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Last inning was the first 3 up, 3 down inning for the pitcher Im, and he had retired 6 in a row at that point until the leadoff double here by Nunez. Fastball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Alcantara. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the Dominican right fielder as he waggles the bat, waiting here on the offering from the right-hander, who kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on, lifted into deep right center field. This ball is going to be trouble, and it's going to be gone. It continues to carry, and Alcantara has taken it yard, his second hit of the game, as he is going to bring home Nunez on the home run. We saw the ball hit, and we saw it carry, and the outfielders kept moving and moving and moving. And then it looked like they were just holding up, but as it turned out, that ball carried right over the wall in right center field. And that is going to give the Dominicans a 3-0 lead. So 3-0 here, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Luis Mezis. So have a night, Alcantara. So Mezis strides to the plate. He is officially got no at-bats. He walked and stole a base his first time up. As he comes to the plate here to face the right-handed throwing Im. As we said, curious to see how the Koreans will manage their pitching here tonight, as they had thrown a whole pile last night. But that looks like it's going to be it for Im. His night's going to be over. We're going to have ourselves a pitching change. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for ducking in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Here's our friend Steve. We'll be back after this once we get updated on who's coming in.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rodmacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate your help. It is going to be Hyungjun So coming on in relief. He'll be the second pitcher used by the Koreans in this one. So on relief as he is completing his warm-up tosses. As it'll be Luis Mezies to come to bat, the bottom third of the batting order here to face him. As it is, there's Mendy Alcantara, who has accounted for all three of the runs tonight. A 2-run homer just now, bringing home Reynor Nunez, and Arizmendi Alcantara also had a single and scored a run in the second inning. So this game here, his fingerprints are all over it. But it is going to be the right-hander So who is coming in here. He has worked an inning and 2/3 so far in the tournament. He has a strikeout, a walk, and he's got an ERA of 0. So he is going to have to steady the ship here against the Dominican. He's got one more pitch left here to throw, and we'll be ready to resume the action. So Luis Mezies at the plate, and he is batting from the left side. As we said, he had a walk his first time up. He did steal a base, but he was left stranded at third to end the second inning. As the right-hander So kicks and delivers. First pitch is a breaking ball down, and the count is 1-0. Mezies 0 for 2 entering the tournament play, looking for his first hit. Again, the right-hander rocking into the windup as he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, tapped slowly back to the pitcher, fielded by So. He's got to have to hurry, and he's able to make the play. It's going to be a ground out, 1-3 for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the catcher, Frank Rodriguez. Well, for Rodriguez, he also walked his first time up. 0 for 5 in the tournament for the Dominican catcher. As he steps up to the plate here, ready to face the right-hander So for the first time. As the right-hander rocks into the motion and delivers, there's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Rodriguez and then De Leon here to follow. Right-hander against the right-hander as So kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander again rocking into the windup. Here's the pitch. And it is a breaking ball swung on and line foul into the seats down the right field line. Runs the count to 1-2 on Rodriguez. Down the right field line is where the supporters and the fans are looking for their foul balls. As we said, it's an area of the field right now where there are a lot of foul balls that are going to be consumed by the fans because it's a larger crowd tonight. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's lined over the head of the second baseman into right field. Rounding first and throwing on the brakes is Rodriguez. He's got himself his first hit of the tournament. So a 1-out single, and that's going to bring up the shortstop in Michael De Leon. Well, for De Leon, he is 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded into a double play in the second inning that ended up bringing home a run. So he is stepping to the plate here. The Dominican players are cheering over in the dugout, as they were pretty impressed by that last hit. So here comes the first offering from the right-hander. It is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1 to De Leon. Again, the right-hander gets his side from his catcher, Park. He's ready to go back to work. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses inside. The count now runs even at 1-1 to De Leon. As we said, we'll be on the airwaves again tomorrow. We're going to have to do a couple of schedule changes. Not sure what exactly we're going to bring you tomorrow, as the pitch is a breaking ball swung on, is grounded through the 4-hole, and it just avoiding it was the runner Rodriguez, as he almost got hit. De Leon's got himself a single. That's going to put runners at first and second. That's going to turn the batting order over to Ricardo Cespedes, who will come in here to hit for the third time tonight. Well, Cespedes comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. As he is ready to face So here for the first time. 1 hit and 2 trips. As we said, he's also flown to right field. And the first pitch on the way is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. One thing that the Koreans are known for in their league in the KBO is it is a breaking ball league. Lots of off-speed pitches, lots of breaking balls. And when we think about it here, when we're watching the teams play, or at least watching the Koreans pitch, you can see that they don't really have the power arms that some of the other leagues or other places or countries have developed. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled right into the feet of Cespedes. Makes me wonder if they spent more time working on developing some better arms or more powerful arms, because you look at the Japanese, they are playing the power game right now very well. That pitcher last night, Takahashi, he was running it upwards at 98 miles an hour. So here we go. Here comes the 0-2 pitch as So kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up on the infield. It's in foul territory. Coming over underneath it is Kim, and he's got room to make the catch. And he is going to retire Cespedes for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and it's going to leave it all up to Alan Hansen. Well, for Hansen, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and 2 trips. He beat out the ball in the infield. It had to go to review in the first inning. And then he was later erased on a fielder's choice. But he's got an opportunity here to bring home another run, or maybe more, for the Dominican. Top of the 4th inning, 2 gone here. 3-0 Dominican over the Koreans, as the pitch on the way is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. That was a heck of a pitch. Knee high on the inside corner. Pretty solid there. Hansen is 1 for 2 tonight, as we said, but he's 1 for 4 in the tournament. That hit that he collected back in inning number 1. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count goes even at 1s. It is Korea and the Dominican Republic in Pool B. A loser, it might as well go home. Winner here stays alive. As the game, as we said, between Japan and Chinese Taipei is in the favor of the Japanese right now. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. It's now 1-2. Latest update we have in that game in the top of the 5th inning. It is still 3-0 for Japan. Sosuke Genda solo shot increased the lead to 3-0. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's on its way. It's a breaking ball that misses down. A good stop there by the catcher, Park, who has had a lot of work to do tonight. He's had all kinds of runners all over the base paths. He's had the block. And really none of them have been his fault, at least the stolen bases. There was 3 of them so far for the Dominican in this one. You can point the finger directly at the starting pitcher, Im, unable to control the running game. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the right-hander holds set. Now delivers. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2 to Hansen. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And in between innings, we're going to try to check in on that Japan-Taiwan game. Again, the right-hander leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher, Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 on, and there's a fastball swung on. It is loop foul down the right field line. The count will remain at 2-2 to Alan Hansen. As we said, we struggled a little bit with our feed tonight for the one that we were looking for, that game between Japan and Chinese Taipei. So 3 balls and no strikes it is here to Hansen, and so we ended up doing a quick pivot to get this one here. So it looks like Chinese Taipei has been at least holding them in check. They just really haven't done anything offensively to the Japanese at all. Is where they stand over there. Here comes the 2-2 pitch now to, 3-2 pitch to Alan Hansen. Instead, stepping off the backside of the rubber is the pitcher, So. Now we're going to have to do it all over again. As I said, I checked in on it. It was a strikeout to end the inning. As the Japanese had ended that half. There's a pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is looped into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to get 1 run in. And stopping at second is going to be De Leon. So a base hit single here with 2 out. Frank Rodriguez crosses the plate. That is the 4th run here, scored by the Dominican. An RBI single off the bat of Alan Hansen. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Kelvin Gutierrez. So the Dominicans have swung the bat pretty good here tonight so far. Certainly a lot better than what we had to witness in the game against Australia. But if I'm not mistaken, if I had to look forward ahead, I believe the Dominicans are having to play the Japanese at some point. So I'm not sure if they have played them yet. We'll have to get that one caught up as we move forward. So here comes the right-handed hitting Gutierrez to the plate. He's the 8th hitter to come to bat here in the inning for the Dominican. They've only cashed in 3 runs so far. The pitch on the way, fastball, belted foul down the left field line. Count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Gutierrez. Dominicans looking to add to their lead. They've had opportunities where they could have pounded out some more runs and just haven't been able to do it. One of those opportunities was in the 1st inning where they had the first 2 batters reach base and weren't able to cash in any of them. There's the breaking ball that is swung on his check swing in front of the plate, coming out the field at his Park. He throws to first. Gutierrez is going to be disappointed in himself. That's going to go down as a ground out. 2-3 on the putout. He's out for the 3rd out of the inning. But not until damage has been done, as there were 3 runs in the inning on the benefit of 5 hits. There was no errors, and there was a pair of runners left aboard. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, it is the Dominican Republic 4 and Korea. No score. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Be back after this from our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order coming to bat for Korea here at inning number 4. That means it's going to be Hong, Shin, and Kim to face the starter, Kilome, who has worked 3 perfect frames so far for the Dominican. So that is going to bring to the plate, as we mentioned here, the left fielder, Hong. Hong is 2 for 11 in the tournament. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. Only 37 pitches through the first 3 innings for the right-hander. As the first pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up, and the count is 1-0. If I looked at the pitch totals, and I haven't kept up with it here for the Koreans, one would have to think they're probably approaching the 100-pitch mark already. There's a fastball that misses up, and it's now 2-0 to Hong. The starter, Kilome, here, he is a lanky pitcher. I don't know if he's all that tall particularly. I think he's around 6'1". Just looks big on the mound. And because of his frame, he looks maybe bigger than what he is, as that fastball is taken for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike it is. And the right-hander ready to go back at it as he rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count now is 2-2 to Hong. Approaching the top of the hour in North America, as it is almost 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 a.m. in the Eastern time zone, as there's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Looked like the home plate umpire forgot how many strikes there were, as he is kind of giving it a half-hearted punch out there of Hong. He's gone for the first out of the inning. I'm not sure if Hong knew how many pitches or how many strikes there were. It looked like he thought that was going to be a ball. So the Korean manager looking on here, probably not with a whole lot of sympathy for his players. There's a first pitch fastball that misses up and in to Shin. As we mentioned, Shin had a pretty good ball game last night defensively. He is 1 for 6 in the tournament, no homers and an RBI. As the pitch on the way, squaring to bunt, and he bunts that one foul over on the third base side. The count is 1-1 here to Shin. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty good crowd, pretty good atmosphere here for this one. As the right-hander rocks into the windup, he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Drifting back and over to make the catch is the center fielder, Cespedes. And that is going to put 2 in the books, and that'll leave it all up to the third baseman, Do-young Kim. Well, Kim was busy early, on the defensive side of things, Kim is 0 for 1 here tonight. He had flown out to the left fielder his first time up, which almost seems like it was an eon ago. That was in the first inning. Fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Pretty smooth pitching performance here so far for the right-hander Kilome, as he gets the sign from Rodriguez and he rocks into the windup and delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. This ball is going to be caught on the warning track by the left fielder Mezzies. Oh, an over-the-shoulder catch. Kim, he sent it a long way. He just didn't send it long enough. And that is going to retire Kim for the third out of the inning, as they go in order here for the fourth consecutive inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Moving to the top of inning number 5. It is the Dominican Republic 4 and Korea no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. Be right back after this from our friend Steve.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Just a little delayed getting back in the saddle here as we had to go get ourselves a refresh on our beverage. It is going to be a pitching change for the Koreans as they are going to the bullpen. And it is going to be Byung-Hyun Jo now in the ball game. And the first pitch from Joe is a fastball that just misses outside. Is Andretti Cordero, Rainer Nunez, and Arizmendi Alcantara to face Joe here. Right-hander rocking himself into the windup and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 1-1 now to Cordero. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As the right-hander Joe ready to go again. Gets his sign as he rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a fastball that swung on and missed. Cordero is very animated at the plate. Pitches that are on the outside corner and certainly pitches that he swings and misses at. As the 1-2 pitch on the way is a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to slice into the seats foul. And the count is going to remain 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Joe gets himself a new baseball and he revs it up. And he hits, delivers a pitch. It's a fastball that swung on, grounded over to second. Fielded neatly by Shim, who throws to first. And Cordero is in the books on a ground out, 4-3. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring Rainier Nunez to the plate. Nunez today is 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up and came around on the home run by Arizmendi Alcantara. As the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Nunez. Nunez on the tournament is 2 for 13. The big fella waiting here on the pitch from Joe. Breaking ball swung on it, is cued off the end of the bat, hit over to the first baseman, Song, who flips it to the pitcher covering. That's going to go in the books as a ground out. 3-1 for the out number 2. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Arizmendi Alcantara. So the aforementioned Alcantara has been a one-man wrecking crew here tonight so far. He is 2 for 2. He's got a single and a home run. He also has a stolen base. He's driven in a pair of runs. And he has his fingerprints all over 3 of the 4 runs tonight scored by the Dominican. So he bats here from the left side, and the first pitch on the way from Joe. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. For the tournament, he is now 4 for 10. Here's Alcantara. If he has to throw the Dominican on his back and carry him, it looks like he might do it right here tonight. Fastball misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Alcantara. Joe again rocking into the windup as he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. This ball could be trouble. Looking up is the right fielder, Yoon, and he's going to watch this one sail out. Another home run here from Arizmendi Alcantara, his second tonight. And he has now driven in or been a part of 4 of the 5 runs scored by the Dominican. And they have extended their lead to 5-0. So if you're just joining us here, absolutely destroyed that pitch, did Alcantara. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, Luis Mezis. And the right-hander, Joe, ready to go again. He kicks and fires. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Koreans have used, so far in this game, 3 pitchers. And I have to say, with minimal success by all of them. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul. Just past the first base coach's box, and now the count goes to 0-2 on Mezis. So no balls and 2 strikes. 2 gone here in the 5th inning. 1 run on the homer by Alcantara. It's all smiles in the Dominican dugout. For this one here, here comes the 0-2 pitch now to Luis Mezis as Joe rocks into the windup. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on. Grounded softly over to second. Fielded by Shimmy. Throws to first. That's going to retire Mezis on a ground out 4-3. So the inning finishes how the inning starts on a ground ball to Shim. So 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. No errors and nobody left the board. We're now moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is the Dominican Republic 5 and Korea no score. Stick around. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the heart of the batting order to come to bat here for Korea in the 5th inning. That means it's going to be Byung-Young Moon, Dongwon Park, and Sungmun Song to come to bat here to face the right-hander Franklin Kilome, as Kilome has been perfect through his first 4 innings of work. Dominican Republic here looking to stay alive, as are the Koreans in this one, as this ball game here has more than likely going to eliminate one of the two teams. I'd be extremely surprised if anybody could go on with 3 losses. So Moon to come to bat. He struck out his first time up against Kilome, as the right-hander rocks and delivers. The first pitch is a fastball that swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1. Moon in the tournament, 2 for 11. The Koreans are going to need some instant offense here. They've got to be able to claw some runs back, as there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is now 0-2 to Moon. So no balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander Kilome getting his side, rocking into the windup and delivering. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. Nice job to change the eye level of the hitter. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is, as the right-hander rocks and delivers. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball that squirts away from the catcher Rodriguez, but the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Korean fans are in good form and well attended here. There's a lot more people sitting down the left field line behind the Korean bench. There is a breaking ball waved out and missed. Moon's in the books. He's gone for the 2nd time tonight via the strikeout. That is going to bring up the catcher Dongwon Park. And for Park, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He is grounded to third his first time up. Park 5 for 13 in the tournament. As the right-hander delivers, the first pitch is a fastball swung on, grounded over to third, fielded on the backhand. What a play by Gutierrez. He fires it across the diamond, and they're going to retire Park on a ground out 5-3. So 2 up and 2 away. That keeps the game perfectly intact, so to speak. Gutierrez had fielded it on the backhand and fell to his knee. He lost his footing. He almost didn't make the play. Nice job there by the Dominican third baseman to recover. Fire across the diamond to be able to retire the batter Park. So that brings Sungmun Song to the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into center field, and not only does the no-hitter go away with 2 out, but so does the perfect game, as Sungmun Song picks up his first hit of the night. It's his first hit of the tournament, and he breaks up that potential no-hit bid by a great performance to this point so far by Franklin Kilome. Nice piece of hitting there by Song to stay inside the ball and drive it up the middle for the first hit. That is going to bring up Dong Lee Yun. And for Yun, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up against the right-hander Kilome. And the first pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Finally, something for the Korean cheerleaders to cheer about, as the Koreans are on the board with their first hit of the night. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. It is popped up on the shallow right field. Moving back on it is the second baseman Hansen. Coming in is the right fielder Alcantara, but it is going to be Hansen with an over-the-shoulder catch, and that is going to do it, as that's going to retire Yoon for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 5 complete. Your score is The Dominican Republic 5 and Korea no score. We'll be back in just a bit. We're going to put the music on loop. We're going to go get ourselves a bite to eat. We appreciate you guys for listening in. And our friend Daniel says, why was Korea a big favorite? Dominican is pretty good. Well, probably because, Daniel, they are playing in Asia. That would probably be the main reason why that is the case. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here. As we said, music on loop. It's a 5-minute in-between innings break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are in the top of the 6th inning, and the first 2 pitches to Frank Rodriguez were fouled away. It's no balls and 2 strikes. The pitcher Joe, or the reliever Joe, back on for his 2nd inning of relief. So no balls and 2 strikes it is to Rodriguez. It'll be Rodriguez, De Leon, and Cespedes to come to bat here in inning number 6. And the pitch is a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul into the seats behind home plate, and the count remains at 0-2. We're a little late getting back into the saddle as to go get ourselves a little snack, as they do take that 5-minute break in between innings. Or at least between the 5th and the 6th, there's a split finger pitch swung on and missed. Nice block by Park. He picks it up and fires to first. And Rodriguez is going to be retired for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 away. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Michael De Leon. Well, for De Leon, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He has a single and 2 trips. He also grounded into a double play that brought home the first run of the ball game back in inning number 2. So he steps to the plate here against the right-hander Joe, who rocks into the motion and kicks and fires. The first pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. De Leon batting from the left side. He is now 2 for 11 in the tournament, batting 182. As the right-hander Joe kicks and fires, there's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. Our friend Daniel had asked that question before we went to break about why Korea was the big favorite. As I mentioned, playing in Asia and having the Asian support behind you can swing you over to the other side. I'm not really sure why that would be the case. The Dominican is pretty good, but this is not one of the stronger Dominican teams. As there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into straightaway center field. Coming in on it and underneath it is the center fielder Choi, who makes the catch. And De Leon is retired for the second out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the top of the order in Ricardo Cespedes. And for Cespedes, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single in 3 trips. He's also flown to right and popped to third. He is 4 for 12 in the tournament, hitting a cool .333. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball swung on it, is looped softly into shallow left field, and that's going to drop in between the shortstop and the left fielder, and rounding first and digging to second, and that's going to turn it into a hustle double. Oh boy, I got to tell you, the Koreans Cadillac'd it to the ball out in left field. The left fielder, who is Hong, was slow to get there, and then when he did get there, looked like he dropped his head, and the runner just kept right on going all the way into second base. A nice job there by Cespedes. We'll watch that one again. The ball ended up getting down, and then actually it was a boot there by the left fielder. So I thought he had sort of dropped his head, but no, it was an error. So it'll be a single and an E7 that will allow Cespedes to get to second base with 2 out. Now he's in scoring position. That brings Alan Hansen to the plate. And for Hansen tonight, he is 2 for 3. He's got a couple of singles and 3 trips. He's also driven in a run. So the Dominican Republic looking to extend their lead here. A base hit here by Hansen would put them up 6-0. So Hansen steps in. He's waggling the bat. As the pitch on the way, it is a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Hansen. Right-hander leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher as he works himself to the belt. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll carry more games throughout this tournament here, as we will be back on the airwaves again tomorrow. As I said, we had the Japanese game between Chinese Taipei lined up for tonight. We had some video feeds with that, so we're able to bounce over to this one as there's a fastball that misses inside. Count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Still 3-0 for the Japanese over Chinese Taipei. Game is going on across town. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. As the right-hander delivers a fastball that misses way upstairs, count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Hansen. Kelvin Gutierrez waiting his turn on deck. So the right-hander Joe ready to go again. He's got his crowd and supporters in the stands as he works himself to the set position. Here comes the 3-1 offering. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball taken for a called third strike. There goes the runner over to third. And it's going to be a stolen base by Cespedes as he's going to be able to sneak in. Well, that was a gutsy play. They say you never want to make the third out at third, and he sure didn't there. He had a big jump. Kim had overrun the bag, and then when he had caught it, he sort of fell down. He had tripped over the bag, reached back to try to tag the base runner, but he had swung and missed on the tag. And that allowed Cespedes to be able to get there safely. That is his first stolen base of the tournament. So now he is at third with 2 gone. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted into left center field. And that ball is going to drop down for a base hit. And Alan Hansen's got himself his 3rd hit of the ball game, his 2nd RBI, as he's going to cash in Cespedes. You got to tip your hat to Cespedes. That was a manufactured run right there, if there ever was one. He had a single. He turned on the Jets when he saw the left fielder boot the ball. He steals third and then comes home on the bleeder. That's some pretty heads-up baseball there by the Dominican center fielder. And your score now is 6-0 for the Dominican. They are in full cruise control at this point. So Gutierrez comes to the bat. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He has bounced into a fielder's choice and grounded out twice. But it looks like we've got time here. And I think the substitution is it going to be the 3rd baseman? Well, that's good. Or is it the left fielder who's coming out? It looks like it is the 3rd baseman, Kim, who's walking off gingerly. So it looks like we're going to have a new 3rd baseman here. I'll have to see how that was. You know what happened, like when he had come to the base and then he had reached back. I wonder if he had wrenched something there. That, like, I'm not sure what exactly that he did. It's now taking him out of the game, but yeah, he is coming out of the ball game. It looks like maybe it's his back. He had fielded the ball, had reached back. So yeah, they definitely have a substitution here. We'll try to get you that number here in just a moment as they're relaying it to the press box. Looks like it is going to be number 24 entering the game. So we'll see who that replacement is in just a couple moments. We trying to pull up the roster for the Koreans. As we do that, it looks like we have a pitching change as Joe's night is done. So all kinds of changes going on. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes and get this all sorted out for you. Your score 6-0 right now for the Dominicans as we are in the 6th inning. We'll be back after this musical timeout.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It looks like we got a couple of changes here, so we're going to try to catch up with that as they come along. I thought it was number 24 coming into the game for the Koreans. And then when we look at the roster, there's no 24. So what there is number 44 coming into the game, and that will be a pitcher. So 44 is going to be Seong Kim. We saw Seong Kim in last night's ball game with the funky glasses, although he's got a different pair of glasses on here tonight. A little bit of extra bling. He's going to be here and have to face Kelvin Gutierrez. Fourth pitcher used tonight by the Koreans. So Seong Kim delivers a first pitch breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes, 6-0 now. The Dominicans are enjoying the lead here in inning number 6, and they're looking to add to their lead. That with 2 out here, everything has taken place. Kim throws over to first base, and diving back in time is Alan Hansen. Hansen, 3 hits tonight, 2 RBIs now to go with it. Getting the opportunity to start here is proving his worth. They throw over again, and diving back safely again is Hansen. And here comes the 1-0. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. Also looks like that Sungmun Song may be out of the game as well, as it looks like that Na has entered into the fray. As I said, I'll have to get caught up on that in between innings once we get everything announced. Fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 2-1. So it looks like that Na has gone into first, and then the first baseman Song has gone across the diamond to play third. That is where the changes have come in. Again, they throw over to first base, and again, diving back safely is the base runner Hansen. So here comes the 2-1 pitch as the right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball misses up and away. 3-1 now to Gutierrez. They are concerned with Hansen over at first base. They've thrown over a few times as the 3-1 is on the way as he kicks and delivers. And there goes the runner. And sure enough, as they have to be concerned, Hansen slides into second. Did he get in there safely? Or did they call him out? They're going to have to take a look here. I think he was there in time, but I think he came short to the base. Let's take a look at this one again. Fires it down to second base, and yeah, he's out. Not sure what happened there. He slid about maybe 2 or 3 feet short of the base. Ball was in the air, and I think he was trying to avoid either the tag or at least a collision with the shortstop. We're going to take a look here. I think they're going to have to go up and review this one. To me, there's nothing to review on. But the umpire had initially ruled him safe. I think this is going to be an easy overturn. This is the same umpire that was on the call a couple of nights ago. I believe he was at first base. And he was very, very shaky. I'm not sure who the umpire is or what country he's from. But we're going to watch that one again. Hansen he came about, I don't know, about 2 feet short of the base. The second baseman, Shim, had crawled the ladder to catch the ball. He came down and applied the tag. So I really don't know what the issue is here. It certainly didn't block the bag. So one would have to think that this is going to be a fairly quick and efficient overturn. So I'm not sure what the umpires are waiting for. Here comes their report as the headsets are coming off. And they come out onto the field. The crew chief has pointed this, and he is definitely out. No doubt about it. That's going to be caught stealing as Hansen is going to be gone. It's going to go in the books as a 2-4 putout. The only thing that was a formality is us waiting for that official call. They got 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is the Dominican Republic 6 and Korea no score. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. It is our friend Matt Hollis once again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Park, Choi, and Hong to come to bat here in the last half of inning number 6. But it does look like we are going to have a pitching change as Kilome's night is done. We have Perez on the mound. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside the park, and the count is quickly 1-0. We'll have to get you the information here on Perez as he is now coming into the game. That was probably... He's a sight for sore eyes for the Koreans. They probably were welcoming him with open arms. Get that other guy out of here. Only 1 hit allowed through 5 innings by Kilome as that pitch was taken for a strike. And now the 1-1 on the way is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Seung-Hyun Park. Park grounded to short his first time up. He is 4 for 9 in the tournament. Batting from the left side here against the right-hander Perez, who rocks into the windup and delivers. Fastball swung on and cued off the end of the bat, foul behind home plate. The count now is 2-2. This is Hector Perez. For those of you who are interested, Japan is up 3-0 still on Chinese Taipei. That is in the top half of inning number 7. As the 2-2 pitch is on the way here, and it is a pitch that just misses down. Boy, I'm not so sure about that one. That looked like it was a split finger pitch. Now Karen's count full to Park. Again, the home plate umpire is the one that really matters. I just give you the commentary. Here's the 3-2. And there is a fastball that misses outside. It's going to be ball 4. As Park is going to be aboard with a walk. Couple of pretty close pitches there from a Dominican perspective. So the Koreans have some life. This is only the second base runner of the ball game. So Park is going to reach first, and that's going to bring up Wonjun Choi to the plate. And for Choi, he is officially 0 for 1, and he had grounded out to second his first time up. Batting from the left side here against the right-hander Hector Perez. Perez working himself into the set, now delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander Perez getting his sign from his catcher Rodriguez. He works himself to the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. The breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-0. Well, this isn't what the doctor ordered, as Rodriguez has called time. He's going to race out and have a chat with his right-hander here. And not only that, it is going to bring the entire infield in. They're going to have a full-on confab here with the right-hander on the hill. Walked the first batter he faced, and he's fallen behind here. These were the 8 and 9 hitters in the batting order. So Perez needing to figure this out pretty quickly. So the right-hander ready to go again as that conference is over. Here comes the 2-0 offering. Squaring to bunt, but pulling back is the batter Choi, and that's going to be a ball in the dirt. The count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Korea, as we said, needs instant runs as they're down 6-0. There's a fastball that misses down. And I got to tell you here that, as we said, a welcome sight for sore eyes. Another walk, back-to-back walks to begin the 6th inning. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Chanky Hong. Dominicans have a 6-0 buffer, but not what they had in mind in terms of a relief appearance here, as their starter was absolutely electric. The pitching coach for the Dominican is on his way out to the mound. They're going to have a conference here. The Dominicans have 1 game left after this one. They'll be 2-2, and they have to play Japan in their next game, and that will come in 2 days' time on the 18th. Japan will be in action again tomorrow. As they are slated to take on Cuba. So that conference is over with runners at first and second, nobody out, and Chanky Hong coming to the plate. Hong tonight officially 0 for 2. He has struck out both of his times. So the pitcher, Perez, here ready to go back at it as he works himself to the set position. Here comes the first offering. Squaring to bunt is Hong, but he pulls back as that fastball misses down, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. So he's thrown 11 pitches, has Perez, and he's only thrown 2 strikes so far here in the inning. One would have to think that the Dominicans are probably got a 5-alarm blaze going on in the bullpen for this right-hander as he misses with a fastball upstairs. The count now goes to 2-0. He's set to walk the bases loaded here. So maybe don't go away quite yet. If it was the Dominicans, going to have to find somebody who can throw a strike. As the right-hander Perez works to the set again. Here's the pitch. Again, squaring to bunt is Hong, but pulls back and takes a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. That part drives me crazy because he's just thrown 7 balls in a row. And who would be thinking bunt in this situation? Probably nobody until he throws you a strike. Here's the pitch, and it's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Hong. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is, as the right-hander getting ready to go back to work. He gets himself into the set position, checks the runner at second, now delivers. Fastball swung on, tapped slowly over to the right side, fielded by the first baseman, Nunez. And he hangs on to the ball, and then he drops the ball, but the first base umpire felt he had enough control. And that is going to retire Hong on a ground out to 3. He's gone for the first out. Advancing over to third is Park. Advancing to second is Choi. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Min-Jae Shin. Nice job there by Nunez, and he really had to hurry to get the runner down the line. We get a look at the replay there. He applied the tag, and then it was on the exchange that he had dropped the ball. So Min-Jae Shin coming to bat here. And the manager is on his way to the mound, and that is going to be the end of it here for Perez. He's going to take the ball and call it a night. We're going to have ourselves a pitching change. We're going to be back here in just a couple of moments. So we've got action all over the place here. We have our friend God is Great still listening. Taiwan, Dominican, South Korea is what our friend here says. And that is exactly what we have. We'll be right back here in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We got ourselves a pitching change. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rodmacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Welcome back, everybody. The bullpen is alive and well as the Dominicans are having to go to it now. It is a big left-hander coming in. And we'll get you the specs on him in just a moment. This is number 57. And this is Yoli Rodriguez, the former big leaguer. He'll be the third pitcher used tonight by the Dominicans. Rodriguez had spent time in the Boston Red Sox organization. We did see him earlier in the tournament, so we'll see how Rodriguez will be able to fare here, as they definitely have themselves in a bit of trouble due to the Dominicans, as they had cruised along with their starter for the first 5 innings of this one. They went 4 2/3 of a perfect game. And then they lost that on a base hit, and then they brought in the reliever, Hector Perez here, and Perez promptly poured gasoline on the pitcher's mound, lit it on fire as he walked the first 2 batters here in the inning. So Min-Jae Shin coming to bat here to face the lefty. Shin tonight is 0 for 2. He has flown to center and grounded to second. A lefty-lefty matchup. He's hitting 143 in the tournament. He's got no homers, 1 RBI. And some pretty good defensive plays at second base to go with it. First pitch, fastball misses down, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Shin. Lefty ready to go at it again as Rodriguez works himself to the belt. And the pitch on the way as a fastball swung on it is chopped back to the pitcher. He checks the runner back to third, and then he throws to first, and he throws it away over the head of Nunez. How do you overthrow Nunez? The man is absolutely huge. And racing all the way around to third is going to be Shin, as he is going to slide in safely. So that's going to be an error on the pitcher. Shin is going to make it all the way around to third. And it's going to cash in Park and Choi with the first 2 runs here for the Koreans. Unbelievable. So Rodriguez comes off the mound. He fields the ball. He does a great job in checking the runner back to third. And the next thing you know, he looks like the 2006 Detroit Tigers when he fires one over the head of Nunez. And it goes down the right field line and cashes a pair of runs in. That's stuff you work on in spring training, and that is things that you practice before you get to the ballpark, or before, after you get to the ballpark, but we get to the park early. So 6-2 is the scoreline now, as the first pitch on the way here to the first baseman, Seung-Yup Na. Na entered the game for Kim, who had left the game with an injury after trying to tag out Cespedes at third base. And the 0-1 on the way is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and now the count goes to 0-2. So they could punch another run across here. That could change the whole complexion of this ball game, if it hasn't already. 6-2 for the Dominicans here in the bottom half of inning number 6. the lefty kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on it, missed. Oh boy, Na looked sick there. He is going to be retired for the second out of the inning via the strikeout, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Bo Young Moon. So for Moon, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out both times to the plate, batting 167 in the tournament, which means he is 2 for 12. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Moon. 6-2, the Dominicans have the lead here in the bottom half of inning number 6. As the pitch is a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul over on the third base side of home plate. The count is 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes it is. As we say, it's a 6-2 lead. We've got to update our ticker a little bit here as we are in the bottom half of inning number 6. We'll do that at the end of the half inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Moon. Fastball swung on and chopped foul over on the first base side of home plate, and the count remains at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Dominicans jumped out to that 6-0 lead, and now the Koreans have tapped back here with a pair. As the lefty Rodriguez holds set, kicks and delivers. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A wild pitch could get the run in here as well, as Shin is 90 feet away or less than 90 feet away. Adding another run here for Korea. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the lefty rocks himself into the set position. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on, lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and that's going to get another run in for the Koreans. As Moon has got himself an RBI single. Cashing in is Shin, and the scoreline is now 6-3. So the Koreans' never die attitude is right on full display. I think of their soccer team, their national soccer team in Korea, and they just battle and battle and battle. I think of their boxers, the way that they battle and battle and battle. They fight. They never give up until the final whistle or until the final out of the game. And that is true here too, as it ends up being a hustle double there by Moon, as he has got himself a double on that situation. We didn't get the hustle double part of it there, so he had ended up moving all the way around into second base. So Moon is at second, and is going to be Dongwon Park, who is coming to the plate. He was the hero in last night's game in some respects, as he had a 2-run shot and a double, all involved in all 3 of the runs, as he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight is Park. 4 for 14 in the tournament, batting .286. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball that just misses inside, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. 6-3, the Dominicans have the lead, and the Koreans are looking for more here as they bat with 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. Rodriguez kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Again, Rodriguez checking his sign from his battery mate, also Rodriguez. And the 1-2 on the way. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left field, and it's going to get down in fair territory all the way to the wall. That's going to get another run in. And rounding first and heading into second with a double, they traded places is Park. And now that's cut the lead to 6-4. So we've got ourselves a highly entertaining game going on now, considering the first 5 innings almost put us to sleep. So an RBI double from Park. That is going to bring up the first baseman, or the third baseman now, Sungmun Song. And for Song, well, he comes to the bat. He's 1 for 2 tonight in this one. He's got a single and 2 trips. He started the night as the first baseman, but moved across the diamond to third when Kim ended up going down. And now we've got a trip to the mound here as the Dominican pitching coach is on his way out to have a few words with Rodriguez. And while he's doing that, we're going to update our ticker for you. As we said, we are here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, but it is a 6-4 lead for Korea. We took a little extended break in that last half inning, didn't update our ticker. So they have gone from trailing 6-0 to now being down 6-4. And you got to wonder a little bit why they had pulled the pitcher, if it was a pitch count or what the rationale was. But Franklin Kilome perfect through 4 2/3 innings. And now the Dominicans have let the Koreans back in. 6-4 lead, runner at second, 2 gone here with Song at the plate. And the first pitch from Yoli Rodriguez is a breaking ball that is down, but the home plate umpire said that Song had gone around and the count is 0-1. 8 batters to come to the plate so far in this inning for the Koreans as the lefty gets his side from his catcher, Frank Rodriguez. And the pitch from Yoli Rodriguez on the way is a fastball swung on and chopped foul over to the third base side, and the count now is 0-2 to Song. So no balls and 2 strikes. Our friend God is Great said he was still listening. He fell asleep for 20 minutes. Well, we fell asleep for a little bit during this game too. The Dominicans were doing their part, scoring runs, and then keeping the Korean offense down to a minimum. But now it has changed a bit here. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. A good stop by Frank Rodriguez. He gets up, he fires to first. That is going to do it. It's going to be a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. And that is going to do it here for the Koreans in the bottom half of the 6th inning. But there's been damage done and lots of it. 4 runs in the inning on the benefit of only 2 hits. There was an error and there was a runner left aboard. We're now moving to the top of the 7th inning. Your score is the Dominican Republic 6, Korea 4. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. And if you want to see what baseball is like in Japan, what the crowd is like, check this out. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be coming to bat Kelvin Gutierrez, Andretti Cordero, and Rainer Nunez as the first pitch on the way from Kim is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Gutierrez. Gutierrez was at the plate when Alan Hansen was caught stealing to end the 6th inning. As the pitch is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1 on Gutierrez. Right-hander Kim working himself to the belt. As he's ready to deliver, the pitch is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side. The count is 1-2 to Gutierrez. Andretti Cordero is waiting his turn on deck, and then Nunez, as we said, to follow, as the Dominican Republic have let the Koreans back into this game. There's a breaking ball swung on, his tap slowly back to the pitcher. Fielding it is Kim. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Gutierrez on a ground out. 1-3. So 1 up and 1 away. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Andretti Cordero. Well, for Cordero, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He has grounded out twice and struck out. Cordero, 2 for 14 in the tournament. And the first pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses down. Appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say he didn't go, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander again kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Count goes even at 1-1. So Cordero waiting on the offering again from Kim. There's a breaking ball missing down, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As we said, Kim last night pitched. He had some pretty impressive eyewear. Tonight, it looks like a little bit different, more of a sport goggle. There's a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only thing that was missing was a few extra gold chains and a couple of earrings for the Korean right-hander. 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball swung on, grounded up the middle past the shortstop into center field. And Cordero's going to get his first hit of the ball game. He's got himself a 1-out single. That is going to bring Rainier Nunez to the plate. Well, for Nunez, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a double in 3 trips. He's also struck out and grounded out. 2 for 14 in the tournament now, as the big fella comes to the plate here to face Kim for the first time tonight. As the right-hander holds to the set, here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and fouled back on the first base side of home plate, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. I think it might got a piece of park on the way back there as well, the catcher. So no balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Nunez looks the part, but he sure hasn't played the part here in this tournament. Just not enough production from him in the middle part of the order. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count now is 1-2 on Nunez. Still 3-0 last time we peeked in over in that game between Japan and Chinese Taipei. As the 1-2 pitch is on its way from Kim, there's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nunez. Again, Kim getting his sign as he nods in agreement with the catcher Park. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on. Taps slowly over to short. They go to second for 1. Back to first. And that is going to be an inning-ending double play. It's going to be of the 6-4-3 variety. Nice job there by the Koreans in the middle infield to turn that. And we've got ourselves a 6-4 game as we are moving to the bottom half of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. Score as we move to the bottom half of inning number 7. It is 6-4 for the Dominican, and we're going to give you our version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that. Stick around, and I'll make a few comments when I come back. Our friend Emilio says, what's the score? There's a ticker at the bottom that's running there, Emilio. It'll tell you exactly what the score is. We'll be right back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. The Dominicans have gone to the bullpen, and they're going to be calling on Robert Corneal. Corneal, as we have seen in the past, had pitched for the Hiroshima Carp, as he will be taking over here for the Dominicans in inning number 7, and he is going to be slated to face the bottom 3 hitters in the order. It'll be Yoon, Park, and Choi to come to bat. Corneal has pitched 2 shutout innings so far in this tournament, as they are entrusting him to have to try to slam the door here on the Koreans, as the pitch on the way is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike, at least to get the momentum back more than anything. So the right-hander works himself to the belt. Now he delivers. Fastball swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2 on Yoon. Yoon today is 0 for 2. He had struck out and popped the second in his 2 trips. As again, the right-hander ready to go again. Getting that sign from his catcher, Rodriguez. Here comes the 0-2 offering. Fastball down. Nice stop there by the catcher, and it's going to run the count to 1-2 on Yoon. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander leaning in, getting the sign from his catcher as he works himself to the belt. As the pitch is on the way, a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Count now goes to 2-2. Right-hander against the right-hander. Corneal getting his signs from Rodriguez as he works himself to the belt. 2-2 pitch on the way, as he delivers a fastball that swung on and missed, and Yoon's in the books for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the shortstop in Seunghan Park. Well, for Park, he is officially 0 for 1 today. He is grounded to short, but he did walk his last time up and came around to score the first run of the game for the Koreans. On the tournament, he is 4 for 9. He's hitting .444. He does have a couple of stolen bases, and the first pitch is a fastball that just misses inside, backs him off the plate, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander again working to the set. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that again misses in. Count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. As we said, Robert Corneal had spent time with the Carp and has had pretty good effectiveness to this point in his career. As the 2-0 is on the way, it's a fastball that misses down and it squirts away from Rodriguez. So it's going to be 3 balls and no strikes. The tale of 2 halves in this game. It was all Dominican for the first 5 innings. And then the Koreans had battled back with 4 runs in the 6th to make it a 6-4 ball game. So a little bit entertaining finish, I'm sure we got coming up for us. And then squaring to bunt and then pulling back again at 3-0 is the batter park. As I said before, that stuff drives me nuts. I think that if I was facing him, I'm not, it'd be a fastball between the rib cage and the numbers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 3-2. It's just an annoying piece. You've got no chance to bunt. It's stuff you see in Little League. I just don't know if it's something that is acceptable in the Asian game, but in the North American game, I don't think it would last very long. And the 3-2 on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, De Leon, who throws to first, and they're just barely going to get Park on a ground out, 6-3. He's gone for the second out of the inning. Slick play there by the Dominican shortstop, ranging to his left to field the ball and making a good throw across the diamond. So that is going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Won-Jin Choi. And for Choi, well, he strides to the plate. Officially 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to second, but then he walked and scored a run in the last half inning. He was part of that 4-run uprising. Choi for the tournament is 2 for 9. He's hitting .222. So he waggles the bat here, waiting on the first pitch here from Robert Corneal. As the first pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander Corneal getting his sign from Rodriguez. He's ready to go again. As the right-hander delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Friend Emilio says he can't see the score. Well, the score is on a ticker that runs across the bottom of the page there, as that is where it is all set up to. Rodriguez, I'm not sure what's going on. The manager has come out from the bench for the Dominican to talk to his catcher. I don't know if it's maybe to check on him for an injury or what the situation might be, but kind of strange there. It is a 6-4 lead for the Dominican, as they have the lead here in this one. Fastball misses inside. It's now 3-0 to Choi. Well, this is the second time that Corneal has fallen behind a hitter 3-0. Last time he came back to be able to force Park into a ground out. So again, the right-hander working himself to the set position. Here comes the pitch. 3-0 on the way. Fastball that is right down the middle and off the glove of the catcher, and it's going to be ball 4. That's another thing that would drive me nuts. Choi at 3-0 just started to walk backwards out of the batter's box, and the ball was dropped by the catcher, the home plate umpire. Let's get him out of here. That's going to be ball 4 as Choi is aboard with a 2-out walk. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Chanky Hong. Hong 0 for 3 tonight, has struck out twice and has grounded out. 2 for 13 in the tournament. So the Koreans looking to do some damage here yet again, and this time with 2 out. So here comes the first pitch from Robert Corneal, but instead he throws over to first, and diving back in time is the base runner, Choi. Do have to keep an eye on Choi. He can run a bit. He's got a stolen base already in the tournament. So the right-hander holds, now delivers. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Hong. They've got Alan Hansen playing in shallow right field. The shortstop, De Leon, almost behind the bag at second base. And again, they throw over to first. And again, diving back in time is the base runner, Choi. Emilio Polanco here cheering for the Dominican. As the pitch is on its way, it's a fastball swung on and check swing foul behind home plate. Count is 0-2. My frustration here in this one, and I don't know what the pitch counts or what the team would have in mind, but Franklin Kilome pitched absolutely outstanding, allowing one hit in the first 5 innings. And then they took him out at the end of the 5th inning, and he was on relatively reasonable pitch count. I have to go back and take a look. But I'm going to say he was below 60 pitches, as there was a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Hong. I do a quick little check on that. Franklin Kilome threw 57 pitches, 36 for strikes. A lot of gas in the tank, considering he only gave up 1 hit, unless he hadn't been stretched out. I don't know where he would have been at in his pitching. There's a fastball that comes inside, and he has hit Hong on the elbow. It looks like he is going to make himself, but they want to take a look. Robert Corneal says, hey, I don't think it's the case. He thinks he hit him on the knob of the bat. And so right now the Dominicans are looking either to challenge, or if the home plate umpire is going to go and want to get some help. So let's see here. They're asking for him to go upstairs to see if he was truly hit. The way Robert Corneal came off the mound, he knew immediately. He felt that he had hit him on the knob of the bat. But the batter here, Hong, has already disrobed his shin guard, his gloves, and he's making his way over to first base, because he doesn't think in any stretch of the imagination that this is going to be a hit by pitch. We're going to look at that one again. I'm not so sure. It wasn't a great angle. Well, it's a good angle for us. But he's choking up off the end of the bat a little bit. He's probably got about an inch or so off the end of the bat. So when we get the one angle of it, I don't know if it hit him in the wrist or if it hit him at the knob of the bat after it hit him in the wrist. But the way he was reacting, he was making his way down to first base. We're getting another look at it here. That looked like it actually did hit him. The outfield angle that we get, we can't really tell. And the headset is on. I'm not sure where they go for this, if they go to Tokyo or if they go to Seoul or if they go to New York, where the war room is for the World Baseball Softball Council. But right now we are waiting for the umpires to get a judgment from the review booth. So just to recap here, it was a 6-0 lead for the Dominican. They got a run in the 2nd inning as Arizmendi Alcantara was brought home on a double play from Michael De Leon, and we've got the call here, and it was a hit by pitch. So Hong is going to first, by the way, so he is now on his way to first. That's going to advance Choi to second, and it's going to bring up Min-Jae Shin to the plate. So they got runners at first and second with 2 out. And just to give you the recap, or to continue it, it was a 2-run homer by Arizmendi Alcantara to increase the lead to 3-0 in the 4th. And then Frank Rodriguez was later brought home on an RBI single by Alan Hansen. made the scoreline 4-0, and then a solo shot from Alcantara in the 5th made it 5-0. And an RBI single by Alan Hansen bringing home Cespedes, and the 6th made it 6-0. And that looked like it was all in cruise control for the Dominicans. That was until the 6th inning when the Koreans stuck a 4 spot on the board. Well, here we go, everybody. Back to the action as Corneal working to the set position. Kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It squirts away from Rodriguez, but he's able to maintain it. It is 1 ball and no strikes to Shin. Shin tonight 0 for 3. He has grounded out, he's flown out, and he's reached on an error. He did score a run in that 6th inning. So it started off like it was going to be an easy inning here for Corneal, and it has slowly started to go sideways. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and lifted foul, and the count goes to 1-1. So as I said, if you're just joining us tonight, it's almost been a tale of 2 halves this game. First half was all Dominican. Second half, it has been all Korea to this point. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as Corneal works himself to the belt. Checks the runner at second. Checks him again and now delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded softly over to short. De Leon fields it. He flips it underhand to second. And that is going to retire Hong at second for the 3rd out of the inning. It's a fielder's choice. Goes in the book 6-4 for the 3rd out. And that will do it here for Korea in the last half of the 7th. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and there was 2 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the top of the 8th inning. Your score is the Dominican Republic 6 and Korea 4. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is a 6-4 lead for the Dominican Republic. We'll be back after this musical timeout with all the action. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. The Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Arismendi Alcantara, Luis Mesis, and Frank Rodriguez to come to bat here in the inning number 8. For Arismendi Alcantara, he has carried the mail here tonight for the Dominicans. 3 for 3. He's got a pair of home runs and a single. He has driven in 3 of the 6 runs. And he has also got himself a stolen base tonight. And so the first pitch on the way is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly no balls, 1 strike. It is going to be Choi, the new pitcher, a left-hander on the mound, as we'll have to get you his specs here in just a couple moments. So Choi on in relief. He is the 5th pitcher used tonight by the Koreans. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count quickly goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Lefty Choi ready to go again. He kicks and he fires. There's a fastball that misses down and away. Count now goes to 2-1. So for this lefty Choi here, this is Jimin Choi. making the appearance here tonight. As the pitch on the way, the 2-1 is a fastball that misses up and away. Count now goes to 3-1. Waiting his turn on deck is Luis Messi. So the bottom half of the batting order tonight for the Dominican has been very productive. Fastball swung on, and it's going to be lifted foul over on the first base side. That now runs the count full to Alcantara. So again, the lefty ready to go. Choi getting his sign. Park working off of one knee behind the plate. And the pitch on the way. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, that was a really slow call by the home plate umpire. Alcantara asks him, and umpire is bobbing his head up and down. He's gone looking for the first out of the inning. So one up and one away. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Luis Messi. I have to say, this home plate umpire has been rather slow tonight with his calls, and that certainly did not disappoint. We were having to hang in there to see if Alcantara was going to get himself a hit, but we've got a stoppage in the action here. This one of the bench coaches has come out. I'm not sure what the was to talk about, but it looks like we got ourselves a pinch hitter here, as the Dominican are going to be sending a pinch hitter to the plate. It is going to be number 68. And that looks like it is Gonzalez, Pedro Gonzalez, coming to bat here, as he's come in for Messi. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Pedro Gonzalez, a right-handed hitter. Waiting on the offering here from the lefty Choi, who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. As we mentioned, we are pleased to be with you guys here tonight. We'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow, so hopefully you guys can join us for more action. Premier 12 here, and then we'll be giving a late night calls during the week next week as well. There is a stoppage here as Park has gone out to talk to his young pitcher. It's bottom of the 9th inning, and it is a 3-1 ball game for Japan over Chinese Taipei. That game is not quite over yet, as Taipei will come to bat. 6-4 here, top of the 8th. So that conference with Choi is over, but now the catcher Park is going to walk out to the mound. See what's going on out here. It looks like that they're going to be making a pitching change in the middle of the at-bat. I don't know what's up with Choi, but no matter what, it looks like that they have seen enough. He is coming out of the ball game. He gets a pat on the back, and they're going to be, looks like they're going to be bringing in a right-hander. But hang tight, everybody. Got a pitching change here. We'll be back in just a couple moments. A little bit strange that they're doing it in the middle of the at-bat, but that is exactly what's happening here. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rademacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We do have a pitching change. It is going to be Young Hyun Park who is coming on in relief, as he is going to be taking over here in the middle of the at-bat with Pedro Gonzalez enjoying a 2-ball and no strike count. So that is interesting. There's one gone here in the 8th inning as Alcantara had struck out looking his first time up. And right now we have a discussion between the home plate umpire and the manager, as well as the interpreter. So they've gone out to have a word with the, it looks like these guys, they're doing the old trick. He's got some sort of band on his wrist on the glove side, so they're asking him to take it off. That is the old piece where they like to think they can get it or unnerve the pitcher. So the manager has come out and asked him to get rid of the bling, and they have done that for sure. So Park has worked 1 inning in the tournament so far. He has a couple of strikeouts credited to his name, but he is coming on here in relief as he rocks himself into the windup and he delivers. There's a fastball that is taken for a called strike. A little surprised they gave it to him as the catcher Park dropped the ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Pedro Gonzalez. Korea, Dominican Republic in the Premier 12 tournament as the pitch is a fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side. The count now goes to 2-2 on Gonzalez. There's been some games in the tournament that have had great tempo and pace, and then there's other games like this one that have just dragged on and on and on. There, even the 1, 2, 3 innings feel a little lethargic. There's a fastball that misses down. It squirts away from the catcher Park, and the count now runs full to Gonzalez. We have had some 1, 2, 3 innings tonight, but not many of them. And in fact, one of them here for the Dominican Republic, the only 1, 2, 3 inning that they had against them was in the 3rd inning. They did have an unconventional one in the 7th, but not something that was pure. Fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lifted into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Pedro Gonzalez has got himself a 1-out single. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Frank Rodriguez. Dominicans, I'm sure, would love to get themselves an insurance run. It's better to have a 3-run lead than a 2-run lead. One would have to expect. So Rodriguez coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk. As the right-hander leans in and gets the sign from his catcher Park. And here he's ready to deliver. It's a fastball that misses up and in to Rodriguez, and the count is 1-0. That'll back you off the plate. So we have the battery of Park and Park again tonight. Just as we had a battery of Rodriguez and Rodriguez a little bit earlier in the ball game as well for the Dominicans. And there's the breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2 balls and no strike. Our friend John in the house tonight. We welcome you for being here. And everybody else who is dropping in, whether you're here for a long time, a good time, or a short time, we appreciate you guys for popping by. So here comes the 2-0 pitch, as the right-hander instead fires over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner Gonzalez. So here comes the 2-0 offering, but instead, again, they throw over to first, and again, diving back is Gonzalez. As we said, unlike in Major League Baseball, where they have a limit of how many times you can throw over, there's no limit here. I have to say I like that, because after 2, you can really start to steal bases pretty easily. Here's the 2-0. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 2-1. Michael DeLeon waiting his turn on deck as he'll hit, assuming Frank Rodriguez is able to either find his way on base or stay out of a double play. And again, they throw over to first base. And again, diving back is Pedro Gonzalez. So here comes the 2-1 pitch as the runner establishes his lead at first. And here you go again. They throw over, and this time they get Gonzalez as they pick them off. And that is a boneheaded play. I got to take a look at this. What is going on here? He established his lead, and they got him just leaning the other way. A nice job there by the pitcher. As Gonzalez is picked off, that's going to go in the books as a 1-3 putout. He's out for the second out of the inning. Never even got back to the bag. So if you're a fan of the Dominicans, you might have just thrown up in your mouth a little bit because that was awful. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Rodriguez. Got that opportunity to possibly add another run, and now you got to start from scratch again. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses outside. It's now 3-2 to Rodriguez. Looking ahead to the bottom half of the eighth inning, it is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Na, Moon, and Park, to come to bat for Korea. So if they can't get something there, I don't know if they ever will. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as it's on its way. Fastball that's taken for a called third strike. Oh, Rodriguez stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3, and that is going to do it here in the eighth inning for the Dominican. No runs. There was a hit. There was no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the eighth inning. Your score is the Dominican Republic 6 and the Koreans 4. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action and bring this one home for you when we return right after this. Appreciate you guys for being with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be cruising now to the bottom half of the eighth inning, and it'll be Sungyup Na, Byung-Young Moon, and Dong-won Park to come to bat here for the Koreans in inning number 8, as they are going to be dialing up here in just a moment. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom half of inning number 8. Robert Corneal on for his second inning of work. It'll be Na, Moon, and Park to come to bat here to face the Dominican right-hander. This is getting into the deep water of the game, and the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1. Na tonight is 0 for 3. He has flown out to left field. I'll check that. He is actually 0 for 1 tonight. He has struck out his only time up. He had come on in replacing of Dong-Young Kim, as there's a fastball swung on, grounded over to the first base side. The count now goes to 0-2. Kim had applied a tag at third base to the runner who was trying to steal, and that would have been back in the what was it, in the 5th inning or the 6th inning? In the 6th inning, when Ricardo Cespedes was trying to steal third, and he did steal third. And it was like Kim had wrenched his back trying to apply the tag. So he had left the game, and Na had come in to replace him at first base. Fastball swung on. This is grounded through the 4-hole into right field, and the Koreans are breathing life into their game, as it is a leadoff hit here for Na. And he is aboard with a single. That's going to bring up Bong Young-moon. And for Moon, he is officially 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He has also struck out twice, and he has scored a run. But that looks like it is going to be the end of the night for Nas. They're going to have a runner for him over at first, and why not? So this will be number 33 entering into the ball game. After you take a look to see if we can get a number on, or a name on him, although I don't see that there. I may have misread the number. Maybe it wasn't 33. Well, actually it is. It's Jip Kim on to run here, and now we have time called as the manager of the Dominican has come out to the mound, and it looks like that is going to be the end of the night for Robert Corneal, as it looks like they're going to be going to the bullpen here again. So this is going to be the 5th pitcher used tonight by the Dominican as Corneal is coming out of the game. There's a runner at first with nobody out. We'll let you know who that is when we return in just a few minutes, but unbelievable, guys. This game here has been got all kinds of twists and turns here tonight. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us today on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
That's right, everybody. That's our friend Matt Hollis. We have a pitching change here as the Dominicans are going to the bullpen yet again. We'll be back in just a couple moments, as it is a 6-4 game for the Dominicans over the Koreans. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. We're just waiting here for the change. It looks like it is going to be Diego Castillo coming on in relief here for the Dominicans, as he's going to be the 5th pitcher used tonight. So Diego Castillo coming on in, and he will be entrusted to have to face Bong Young-moon, who is 1 for 3 in this one. And it is a final score as the Japanese have knocked off Chinese Taipei 3-1. So the Japanese remain undefeated in the tournament, as we had expected that. The Chinese Taipei Ball Club, as they now fall to 2-1. The whole tiebreakers against Korea, and I also believe against Cuba is the other one there. So we'll have to see how that plays out. They've got a couple of games left, as I do believe they got to play the Aussies and one other. So here we go. Here comes Bong Young-moon to the plate, as Diego Castillo takes over, the heavy-set right-hander, ready to get going. Instead, he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is Seung-yup Na. So, right-hander ready to go again, as Castillo getting his sign from his catcher. That's not a bad thing to throw over in the first, before you even throw a pitch. Sometimes the relievers come in, they forget all about the base runner, as there is a fastball that misses or that catches the outside corner and count is 0-1. As we said, a little bit slow with the hand is the home plate umpire. So we kind of have to really hang in here with him. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander works himself to the belt, and Castillo delivers. It is a breaking ball, waved at and missed. Count now goes to 0-2. So the Koreans here are starting to run out of outs, although they made that big push in the 6th inning. With those 4 runs, they've got to try to find a way to get themselves another one here, or maybe 2 to tie it. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball swung on, grounded softly to second. The runner going from first to second has to avoid the ball. He leaps over top of it. It is fielded by Hansen. He throws to first. And they're going to get Moon on a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. And Na is going to be, or the runner for Na is going to be safe at second. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Dongwon Park. Well, Park, as we mentioned, he was the hero in last night's game. He had a 2-run bomb and a double. Tonight, he's got a double and RBI in 3 trips. He's also grounded out a couple of times. So the veteran hitting catcher is 5 for 15 in the tournament. He takes a first pitch, breaking ball up and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Park. Right-hander Castillo working himself to the belt, and here comes the 1-0 offering. It's a breaking ball down. They appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say he didn't go. So 2 balls and no strikes to Park. Right-hander again gets the signal from his catcher, Rodriguez. He works again to the belt. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and it's now 2-1. Our friend John said, thank you for the stream earlier on, and I want to thank, as we said, everybody who has popped in to watch this one here tonight, or at least listen in with us here. 2 balls and 1 strike it is to Park. Runner at second is the pinch runner for Na. The pitch on the way is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. This ball is going to get down for a base hit, stopping at third, and then they wheeled him around, and then they backdoored him, and he is safe over at third. I think the Dominicans are going to go up and want to challenge this one. Nice play there by Gutierrez to get the ball and the dive back and try to put the tag on the runner. Let's see if they're going to go have a look at this one. I don't know if they're out of challenges or not. I'm pretty sure that they've maintained them. But they are going to go up and have a look at this. So what happened is you got Park who bled a ball down for a single into left field. The runner had rounded third base. As he rounded third base, they had originally put the brakes on. And then he had dived back to the bag, and Gutierrez had reached out to try to tag him out. Well, we're going to get a look at the replay ourselves here. We're going to offer you our opinion. And we're going to see how this ends up working out. So it was a good swing there off the bat of Park. A nice play there by the left fielder to get it in. And we're just going to wait and see. The angle that we just got there was terrible. We couldn't tell if he was safe or out. We'd have to go with the umpire on that one. But let's see how this one works out. Oh, I think the Dominicans are going to lose this one. I think the Koreans are going to win this challenge, or Dominicans will lose the challenge. My beef here with this is he's got oven mitts on both hands. And I think the oven mitt got into the base before the tag did, at least on that angle that we saw. The other outfield angles are terrible angles. So we've only seen 2 angles tonight on this play at the base. And here come the umpires, and I think they're going to rule safe. Let's see what they have to say. And they have ruled him as safe, and he is. So they've got runners at the corners, do the Koreans, with 1 gone. It is going to bring up Seungmun Song to the plate. And so the Dominicans have burned a challenge. I don't know if they've got any challenges left at this point. So high fives all the way around there. as it looks like that Park is coming out of the ball game. They're going to have a runner for him over at first base as well. So all kinds of changes going on for the Koreans as they've got some speed on the base paths. The tying run is at first, the go-ahead run at the plate. As Sungmun Song comes to bat, Song is 1 for 3 tonight. He had his first hit of the tournament, 1 for 10 in the tournament. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball swung on, grounded through the hole into right field. That's going to get 1 run in. And the pinch runner is going to stop at second, or is he going to make it all the way around to third? No, he's gone all the way around to third. That's going to put runners at the corners. So an RBI single here for Song has now cut the lead to 6-5. And the never die attitude of the Koreans on full display here. That RBI single by Song, and there's still only 1 out. And that is going to bring Dong Hee-yoon to the plate. Well, for Dong Hee-yoon, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out twice, as well as popping out to second base. We've got a pause here as the manager of the Dominican is back out to the mound again. This time he's not going to make a pitching change. He's talking to Diego Castillo and everybody else that's here. Whole infield is in. So runners at the corners with 1 out, and he's probably saying that the Koreans are going to try some trickery maybe here to try to get that other runner across the plate. Catching up on the substitutions, there's been all kinds of it. The runner is Ju-hyung Lee. He is the runner at third base. He came in to run for Park. Song is the runner at first, and as we said, Dong Hee-yoon coming to the plate. Yoon has not had himself a great series by any stretch, but he can erase a lot of that right here with a base hit. The Dominicans are in on the corners. They've got the middles in halfway because they still are in double play depth up the middle. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. 6-5, the Dominicans now have the lead over Korea here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. As Castillo holds set, here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. The count now is 0-2 to Yoon. One of the fellows came into the stream earlier tonight and he says, why is it that Korea was a big favorite here in this one? And I said, quite simply, it's playing in Asia and having your home crowd close to you makes them the favorite. Well, I was at the 6-0 mark, and there was a breaking ball that misses down and away. They appealed to the first base umpire, but they said that Yoon didn't go. And I'm still scratching my head as why the starting pitcher left after 57 pitches. For the Dominican, that is. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as Castillo delivers. Breaking ball, waved at and missed, and that's a huge strikeout for Castillo as Yoon is in the books. That's the 3rd time tonight he's gone down on strikes. He becomes the 2nd out of the inning, and that is going to leave it up to Seung-han Park. Yeah, that was definitely a ball in the dirt, and he just went right after it. No discipline there from a veteran hitter. Well, that is going to bring Seung-han Park to the plate. Park is 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice, walked and scored a run. He is 4 for 10 in the tournament. So runners at the corners here. I didn't see if they put on a first and third play or not. We're going to find out here in a moment. Here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. The count is quickly 1-0 to Park. All the Koreans are up on the bench, and they're right up leaning over the dugout. And that's the concerning thing if I was the Dominican fan, is that it looks as about a loose a group as you could imagine. There's a fastball that misses down. A nice stop there by the catcher, Rodriguez. Koreans are smiling and laughing a little bit over in the dugout. They're as loose as a goose. So we got 2 balls and no strikes to Park. It can be a little bit delicate with him. Here comes the pitch from Castillo. On the way, breaking ball, take it for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Castillo, rather burly right-hander. He's got a barrel chest. As the 2-1 is ready to come here. As he kicks and fires, there's a breaking ball that misses down. It's now 3-1. And on the pitch, Song has stolen second base, so he is now in scoring position. So the force is no longer in effect. I don't know if you want to continue to pitch to Park here, or if you maybe would just consider putting him on with one more pitch. But let's see what the Dominicans decide to do here. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. But now they have 2 runners in scoring position to the Koreans. And here comes the pitch from Castillo. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs full. Park was taking all the way on that pitch. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Park. Runner at third is Dongwon Park, pinch runner. And over at second base is Song. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, lined into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to get up the alley. That's going to score a pair of runs. Rounding first, heading to second, and heading to third with a triple is Seung-han Park. And the Koreans unbelievably have come all the way back from a 6-0 deficit to take the lead on a 2-run triple here by Park. If you're a fan of the Dominican Republic, you probably don't have any internet left because you've probably thrown your phone. Unbelievable on the collapse. That puts a runner at third with 2 gone, and it's going to bring up Won Jun Choi to the plate. Holy jeez. Unbelievable finish. And if you are a fan of the Dominican, you are probably not very happy right now. So this is going to bring Choi to the plate as the pitch is a fastball that misses way outside. He almost threw that one to the backstop, did Castillo. 1 ball and no strikes to Choi. Choi tonight officially 0 for 1. He grounded out in the third. He's walked twice and scored a run. He is officially 2 for 9 in the tournament. As the right-hander Castillo kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on. This ball's lined into right field, and it's going to be trouble. It's going to be down. It's fair. That's going to get another run in. And rounding first and heading to second with a double is Choi. That ball was absolutely scorched. Park comes in to score the 8th run of the ball game for the Koreans. And the score line here is now 8-6 for Korea. So 8-6 lead, and that's going to bring at the top of the order in Chang-Ki Hong. Hong tonight, one of the few players now that doesn't have a base hit. He did reach base on a hit by pitch back in the 7th inning, but he is officially 0 for 3 tonight. So Hong will be the 8th batter to come to the plate, and they do have a conference on the mound here. It is going to be the manager coming out. I have a feeling this might be the end of Diego Castillo. So the Dominican, there's a lot of long faces in that dugout. And that is going to be it for Diego Castillo. We're going to go to the bullpen. We have a pitching change, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. Stick around. It is a 4-run uprising here in the inning. We're going to give you our friend Steve, and we'll come back and call the rest half inning for you. Dominicans all of a sudden on the red side of the ledger. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rodmacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman, And why not? A Jake Cronenworth. Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool to go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We have a pitching change here, and we're just waiting on confirmation of the number. I don't know if it's Juan Jorge who is coming in, or if it is, we didn't quite get the number of the reliever who is coming into the game. They do their bullpens underneath the stands behind the team's dugout. So when they call to make a pitching change, they come running out from the dugout. So the Koreans, with 4 in the 6th and 4 more here in the 8th, have taken a 8-6 lead over the Dominican Republic. Absolutely unbelievable. And the stoic face of their manager, who looked like they were on death row, has now flipped that over to the Dominicans. It is number 78 coming into the game, and this is going to be Lopez. And it'll be Victor Lopez on in relief, the right-hander, as he will be the 6th pitcher used tonight by the Dominicans. But remember, it's never over, because they'll have to see what the Koreans have up their sleeve in terms of a closer. Here comes the first pitch. It is a split-finger pitch, swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Hong. So no balls and 1 strike. I am pretty amazed at the way this game has flipped. As we said, it was a tale of 2 halves. First half of this game was all Dominican. Second half of this game, all Korea. As here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. That's the part I find absolutely amazing, as this game has flipped its switch as night or day. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Hong, as the right-hander works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch from Lopez. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. And this ball is going to drop in. And that's going to get another run across the plate. So an RBI single here for Hong is now going to make the scoreline 9-6. As Choi comes around from second to score. And now it's going to bring up Min-jae Shin to the plate, who will be the 9th hitter to come to bat in the inning. So a little bit of insurance there. A 2-run lead is sometimes a little bit nervous or nerve-wracking. 3-run lead. It now looks like the Koreans will be able to breathe a bit. So runner at first is Hong, and Shin now stepping up at the plate. Shin tonight is officially 0 for 4. He did reach on an error and score a run, as the first pitch fastball misses down, and the count is quickly 1-0. Unbelievable finish. If you would have walked away in the 5th inning and said, hey, it's a 6-0 Dominican lead, got nothing to worry about, have a look again. 9-6 here for Korea as that fastball misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. But I was talking about it earlier, a couple innings ago. I said about the Koreans, whether it's their boxers, whether it is their soccer team, they have a never say die attitude. It is unbelievable. And that is exactly what they have here. You can't knock them out. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, and it is lined foul down the left field line. The count now goes to 2-1 on Shin. But the Dominicans still have one more crack here to get those runs back in the top of the 9th inning. 9-6, Korea has the lead. as the righty Lopez works himself to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball, it's taken for a called strike. Count now runs even to 2-2 on Shin. Shin is the 9th hitter to come to bat here for the Koreans in this inning. So again, Lopez getting his sign from his catcher. He works himself to the belt. And here's the 2-2. And that pitch looked pretty darn good, but the home plate umpire didn't think so. It's a breaking ball that misses, and the count now is 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the right-hander ready to go again as it's 3-2 here to Min-jae Shin. The right-hander kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, chopped softly over to second. Hansen has to fire to first to get the speedy Shin, and it's going to go down in the books as a ground out 4-3. That'll do it, but there was a lot of damage done here in the inning. There were 5 runs by the Koreans on the benefit of 6 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is the Koreans 9 and the Dominican Republic 6. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here tonight with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in just a few. Here is the Japanese cheerleaders. We don't have Korean ones. We got the Japanese ones to give you something to get excited about. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Coming to bat for the Dominican in their half of the 9th. It is going to be Michael De Leon, Ricardo Cespedes, and Alan Hansen. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for being here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this musical timeout. Welcome back, everybody. Lots of defensive changes for the Koreans that we'll have to try to catch up with, but it is the first pitch coming here, a fastball delivered to Michael De Leon, take it for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The pitcher, Young Won Park, is still in the ball game here for the Koreans, as the 0-1 pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that bounces up to the plate, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the left-handed hitting De Leon waiting on the pitch here from Park, who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded through the 6-hole into left field, and that's exactly what the Dominican needed, is a base runner, and they need another one, as they are definitely going to have to battle their way back here. So De Leon aboard at first with a single, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, Ricardo Cespedes. Well, for Cespedes, he is 2 for 4 today. He's got a couple of singles. He's scored a run. And on top of it, he has also got himself a stolen base in this game. So he bats here in the top of the ninth inning. As Park ready to go to work again. He delivers a fastball that misses down, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Cespedes batting from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Park. A 9-6 lead for the Koreans here in the top of inning number 9. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, lifted into deep right field, but not deep enough. Moving over underneath it and making the catch is the right fielder for the Koreans. There's been some wholesale changes we have to get caught up on over here, but that is Dong-hee Yoon, rather. He made the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone here, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Alan Hansen. And for Hansen tonight, he has enjoyed himself a 3-hit night. He's got 3 singles, a couple RBIs. He's been caught stealing. So Hansen steps in here, ready to face the right-hander Park, and Hansen squares the bunt, and he takes a fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Alan Hansen had time in the big leagues. I remember him with the Blue Jays and with the Giants. He bounced around with a few teams. So the right-hander holds to the set position. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to short. They go to second for 1. Back to first, and it's going to be an inning-ending double play as Hansen has grounded into the 6-4-3 double play to end this ball game here, and that is going to do it for the Koreans as they have got themselves a victory against the Dominican Republic. Your final score, Korea 9 and the Dominican 6. Stick around, everybody. We'll come back and wrap it up for you in just a couple moments. We appreciate everybody who came in to listen tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We'll be back on again a little bit later tomorrow. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in 30 to wrap it up. Well, welcome back, everybody. It was a tale of 2 halves this game. The first half belonged to the Dominicans as they jumped out to a 6-0 lead. In the second inning, it was an Arizmendi Alcantara single, followed by a walk to Luis Messis and a walk to Frank Rodriguez. And then it was a ground out that Michael De Leon had hit into a double play to bring home the first run of the game. We skip along to the 4th inning, and the Dominican scored 3 times. A leadoff double by Rainer Nunez, and it was Arizmendi Alcantara at it again as he stepped up and it deposited a 2-run homer into the seats, and that made the scoreline 3-0. After a pitching change and a ground out, then it was Frank Rodriguez who had singled, a single by Michael De Leon, and then it was with 2 out, a RBI single off the bat of Alan Hansen that increased the scoreline to 4-0. Well, the party kept going. We into the 5th inning. It was Arizmendi Alcantara who stepped up again with 2 outs and deposited another home run into the seats, his second of the game, as that increased the scoreline to 5-0. And then in the top of the 6th inning, with 2 out, it was a single by Ricardo Cespedes. It was an error by the left fielder. He then stole third base and came home on an RBI single off of the bat of Alan Hansen, and that made the scoreline 6-0. But after that, it was all Korea. Korea responded down 6 bagel. They scored 4 in the 6th. And at that point, they sent 8 hitters to the plate. A walk to Park, a walk to Choi, and then after a ground out by Hong, it was an error by the pitcher that allowed a couple of runs to score. Shin read it all the way around to third. Then it was it was Seung Yup Na who struck out. And then a single by Bog Young Moon. And an RBI double by Dongwon Park brought home another run. And that made the scoreline 6-4. But it was a 5-run 8th inning when they sent 9 batters to the plate. as it was Na who got himself a single after a ground out by Moon, a single by Park, an RBI single off the bat of Song, and after a strikeout to Yoon, then it was a 2-run triple by Park, an RBI double by Choi, and an RBI single by Hong that added the 5 runs to the board. And your final score here was the Koreans 9 and 6 for the and 6 for the Dominican Republic. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you for being here. Our friend, the hobbyist, says, how long you been up? We've been up a long time. This game here started at 2:30 Pacific. Now it is 6:10 Pacific, and we're going to be calling it a night after this. Once again, everybody, we appreciate your support and your time for being here with us. Hope you all have a great night. Come on back and see us again tomorrow. We'll be at it again. We'll be trying to sleep with one eye open and give us a little bit of rest so we can call another game for you tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you again a little later in the day tomorrow.